What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to After Hours with the Crew. And that's obviously the Baggers and Brews Crew. If you guys are tuning in for the first time to our channel or our live stream, like I said, we're Baggers and Brews. There's three of us normally. Tonight, we're missing George. He's a little under the weather and wasn't up for it. So Austin and I are going to try to handle it without him. But again, if you're new, it's kind of like the name says, man, we're all about bikes and beers. We like to ride. We like to find cool breweries and places to try new beers. And that's pretty much what we do. Tonight, we got an awesome guest. Most of you have probably seen the name, Mr. Professional Monkey. I am going to go ahead and let Austin introduce himself real quick, and then we'll have our guest introduce himself, and then we'll just get into it.
What's up, everybody? Austin here. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing all right. I ride a 2013 Road King CVO, and tonight, let's drink some brewskis. What
do you got?
Tonight I am drinking some Bolero Snort, another steer bigger.
Yep, really that's a good one.
It is a good one.
That's a good one. And real quick, before we let Professional Monkey introduce himself, I'm also drinking from Core 3 Brewery, which is fairly local to us. It's a new one I haven't had, and it's called Bristlecone Basin.
Bristlecone Basin.
So
okay.
It's a double IPA. It's about 8%. So far it's pretty good.
Wow.
So,
I just noticed this one is
like 9 or 10. What is it? 10.
10%.
Yeah. I could have told you that. So you might want to switch to a glass of water after that one.
Got that covered, brother.
Let's get to our guest, Mr. Professional Monkey. How about you go ahead and introduce yourself and give us a little bit of background on you?
Thank you, gentlemen. I use that word very loosely. I guess that the name of the channel is a Professional Monkey, but I'm known as TJ is my name. Feel free to call me that. I have been a huge fan of your channel and several others for a long time, and just started mine out of desperation and a need for sanity, as things were boring as hell and whatnot, stuck at home, as me and the wife and my daughter have been for a year and a half now. And so I've been on bikes and around bikes. I cannot remember not being around them. Since I was literally a small kid on the back of my dad's Harley, well, Jet bikes before, and then Harleys. And so when I found all this great content, there was a lot of great stuff out there, and I just kind of wanted to throw my voice into the conversation and other things and some of the stuff that I've done and whatnot. And it's been a ton of fun. Like, we do it for fun. It's not our job, just like you guys. This is not your job. This is right. For fun. And it's a blast. It's blown up real fast, and we're really enjoying it. Me and my wife do it together, and we do live streams, and always we were always chattering away on the side in your guys. So I'm excited to be here. So thanks a bunch.
Absolutely, definitely. And what I don't know if you wanted to tell us this or not. What's your wife's name?
We just call her Mrs. Monkey.
Okay, Mrs. Monkey. So if at any point,
you know what, her road name is Savage. I'm sorry, we can say that. Her road name is Savage. So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, if at any point she wants to come in and say hi, she's more than welcome to. I know she's a part of the channel.
Yeah.
So
I told her that this morning, and she said, "No, that's for the boys."
The boys' night. That's right. Take it back. Stay in the other room.
I can see her. I can see her chattering away though. She's over there in the comments.
Yeah,
so.
she's in there.
We saw her. And good news is, even though he's on his deathbed, George is representing in the side chat tonight. So,
cool.
Hopefully he's feeling better soon.
Sweet.
Mike, okay, let me run through this real quick. We got Mike Gauthier, who we were down brewing beers with last week.
Yeah.
We got Robin the Lady Biker. Like I said, Mrs. Monkey's in there. Sinister Clutch, Bell's Ride Moto, Smitty Independent. I mean, I'm not going to get everyone because there's quite a few people in here tonight. Yeah, I have a feeling that has to do with our guest. He brought over his crew, which is awesome.
I've been telling everyone for a couple of days, like, come hang out. The live streams are a total blast. Like, I love to sit and have drinks and be.
It is a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Good, yeah. We have a good time.
So we got Jeannie in here, Jesse 16 Rudder. Who else?
This is 105 until DeBeard has to pee. I see that. That's good.
Listen,
is that a minute and 5 seconds or an hour and 5 minutes? I wonder.
Already.
Listen, can I get a little credit? The last 2 times I didn't actually have to go, so
you hung in, yeah.
I did, but actually this is one of the first. Well, last night doesn't count, but the last 2 lives that we did, I was either having an allergy attack or suffering from the Rona, so it feels good to feel good. But yeah, we got a nice crowd tonight, so we're gonna get to know Professional Monkey a little bit. So why don't you tell us like where you're from? And I'm pretty sure it's not where you're at. So how'd you end up where you're at and all that jazz? Yeah, well, I think everybody is right from Florida. Isn't just about everybody? Pretty much,
except not my wife. Look, I found a light. Looked like I was in a cave for a while there. So my wife and I have been together for we always say in dog years, but actually about 12 years. And I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally, and met through her sister, and she came up and lived in St. Louis for a while. And then we had a health scare with her parents. She's born and raised in Miami. Her parents are Cuban immigrants, and so the family is incredibly important, very traditional, Latin family. And when there was a sickness in the parents, we had to relocate. We had to leave St. Louis and go back down there to take care of mom and dad. And then we got down there and they were completely fine. So I think it was total crap just to get me to leave St. Louis and come down to Florida. That's a whole different point. It was a miraculous recovery in 48 hours. And then now I live in Florida. So no, it's been a lot of fun. I've lived down here now a little over 10 years. And it's a different world. So I always play with the idea of I did a Sturgis series. I always play with the idea of doing a South Florida, which is different than like Jacksonville. Like a Midwestern boy transplanted to South Florida and how friggin' hard that is. Yeah. Because it's just culture shock. It's bad drivers, scammers everywhere.
Yep.
It's shady. It's downright shady down here. I mean, there's some wonderful people too, but there's T-shirts you can buy that say "Keep the Sunshine State Shady." Nice. That well known.
Nice. So let me ask you this: for someone who's maybe interested in moving one day, and Florida maybe is on the list, and everyone's telling them all the cons, what are the pros to living in Florida?
Oh, the weather. I mean, that's
like obvious.
I know, but that's like 98% of it. The rest of it's a little. No. I mean, if you stay north of Palm Beach, if you stay, Port St. Lucie, anything north of that, it's redneck country, and I love that because my family's half from Arkansas and half from St. Louis City, and so I identify with jacked up pickup trucks and diesels. So I fit right in. I'm 5 minutes from Loxahatchee. Even though I'm in Palm Beach, it's like right down the road. I love going to Tractor Supply. So those people are here, Yeah.
Your peoples.
my people are here. I just got to go that way, 5 minutes, But it's the weather's great. There's no state income tax. I know, Bert, you're a gun nut, and this state is gun crazy. So that's the culture is there. If you stay out of south of here, the riding is safe. When I talk about bad drivers, that's only like a south of Palm Beach kind of problem. Okay. The downside is you guys got some good riding up there, and there really isn't down here. Riding in Florida is not that great. It's the whole state is flat as a board, and there's no turns. Like I think you just go from Georgia to Key West in a straight line. It's just nothing. Probably. And when you go say, "Oh, we're going to ride by the beach," it's like 3 seconds of beach, and then you're back in houses or hotels or something, and then you see a splash of beach, and then you're, so. But I say do it. You know what I mean? It's a great place you'll live longer. We brought my dad down when we first found out we were going to have our daughter. My dad immediately, who was retired, came down, and I honestly don't think he's Agent Orange poisoned, and et cetera, tons of health problems. I don't know that he'd be here still if he was still up in St. Louis. Because the winters will kill you. You guys know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They definitely do.
Well, I saw your whatever the video where you guys were messing with his trike and for having all those issues, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, he's mobile. He almost dies about every 6 months, something. Yeah. And then he bounces back and he's okay for a while. But
I think
he's on his own 2 feet, and that's
that's
best you
awesome.
can ask for, right?
Absolutely. I think anybody in our age group that if their parents are still around, they're they're at that point where they're gonna have issues. So
there's issues. Yeah, the fact that he's up and moving and still riding. I give him crap about that trike all the time, but I'll tell you what, I think I love it more than he does because it keeps him on a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are good. I'll tell you what. There's nothing. I'm just gonna stop at saying there's this. It's having a Latin wife is really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful, Boppy. Be careful, Boppy.
No one to quit. So let's kind of get into this channel of yours that just freaking took off. How did you get into this? What made you want to do this?
Algorithm's broken is how it worked. I don't get it myself. Like I said, there was a bunch of great channels that I watched. I watched you guys religiously. I watched Shade Tree Surgeon. I watch Blockhead. I watch Ornery One. I watch, these are all channels that I just every day came home. Who's got a new video? And I'd watch that. And it was so friggin' weird when we're all trapped in our homes for so long, where it was like you feel like you've made friends with people you've never met, which is really bizarre. And then you're like, you know what? You'll see something, you're like, yeah, but I did this a long time ago. I would have maybe done that differently. Not that it's wrong, but maybe I would have done it differently, or I would look that way. And so I went out and I said, you know what? I love the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Really, it was Sturgis, but you guys have been, I know. And I've been going since I was a little kid. And I was like, I think it's intimidating, right? Like if you've never been, you don't know what the hell you're doing, and you'll spend thousands of dollars, and it's thousands of miles away. And so I was like, I'm going to do a series on where to stay, where to eat, where to get a drink, how to stay out of trouble, that kind of stuff. And that's what really started it, is I started doing those Sturgis videos episode by episode. And they're the ones that really got, a lot of views. And I was like, well, I guess this is actually interesting. So I just started doing a couple install things. And I just promised that I would never turn the camera off when I do something stupid. And, because you watch stuff and you go, come on, it wasn't that easy. Come on, tell the truth, And, I did one that I still laugh about, where I was putting new reflectors in my friggin' hinges. I mean, how dumb is that? Changing the red reflectors to the smoke reflectors on my saddlebags. And on camera, I'm like, they're the wrong reflectors. They don't fit. And they stuck right in because I had them upside down the first time I tried it. I'm like,
hey, listen. People learn from your mistakes, man. People like that stuff,
But
they really do.
The magic word Sturgis. I mean, put anything up with Sturgis, it's going to draw attention.
Yeah, it's Mecca for us. We go pretty much every year. There was a big cut in the middle where we didn't, where Dad's health was so bad that it just wasn't going to happen. But now that he's well, I went twice in the last few years without him, where he was like, I don't want to spend the money. And so he didn't go, but he's back this year. So, Bell Rides Moto. That is, I've gotten a lot of people who give me hell for that, and I'm like, dude, it's because you don't know what you're talking about. Everyone who's been there a bunch of times is like, you don't carry in Sturgis. It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Like there's absolutely zero situation where that's going to work out for you in the right way.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really see the need. I mean, I've only been once, but I didn't really feel like it was necessary.
No, I never felt threatened or anything.
There's cops everywhere too, so
there's cops everywhere, and bikers by nature are the most well self-policed or group of people on the planet.
Yeah.
Like we take care of our own, deal with it ourselves. Like
for sure. So I've heard you tell this story before, but for those who haven't heard it, Professional Monkey, the name of the channel. Tell us about how that happened.
I am fortunate in that my job takes me all over the world to some pretty normally, not when we're like living in bubbles for 2 years, but and so it takes me to South America, Southeast Asia, all kinds of stuff. And I was in Mexico City about 3 years ago. And as I do, when the work is done, I go back to the hotel and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go wander. I just go out and I just wander around the streets. And I'm going down this friggin' back alley of Mexico City. And in hindsight, you're like, that was a bad idea, you know? But I'm walking down this alley, and there's a fluorescent sign that misspelled in Sharpie. It says professional monkey, 5 pesos an hour. And I took a picture of that, and I'm just like, I'm using that somewhere. Now, this is a couple of years ago before I ever thought about doing a YouTube channel. I'm like, that needs to go somewhere. My dad always called me Monkey. I think all of our parents called us Monkey when we were little. Yeah, so that was immediately when me and Mrs. Monkey and Savage and I said, we should start a channel. I'm like, well, I got the name. The name's already set. It was set a couple of years ago. So
that's great. You know that
when I'm drinking scotch and soda tonight, I don't want you to think I'm
going to ask you that because I saw you pouring. I was going to ask you scotch and soda.
No, I'm scotch and soda. I'm Glenlivet, Founders Reserve, and Perrier tonight because I'm high. Let me tell you,
Perrier,
fancy,
fancy.
Like it. About to have another one. All right, so let's take a look over here. Mike Monette from New Brunswick. Stevie Foe's on. What's up, Stevie Foe? Robin Lee Biker, we said that. She loves the story about the name. Barber CVO, another New Jersey guy. What's up, man? Another guy with a channel that's growing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that one out. I don't know that one. I'm gonna check that one out though.
Yeah, Barber CVO 19. He's up in North Jersey, and he actually is a barber and has his own shop. And he's got a nice CVO, so it all kind of makes sense.
Hey, Barber CVO, do you have bedazzled jeans and stuff too? Because I think when we all get CVOs,
that's
you're issued, bejeweled pants and stuff.
What, affliction shirts or whatever those are?
Yeah, affliction shirts and white sunglasses.
What are you trying to say, man? I ain't got none of those things.
I don't either, but I don't think I'd be in love with those dudes.
That's because yours predates when they started doing that, Austin.
Okay, good.
So that's a newer thing.
I guess I got to look in the old closet, right?
You might be able to meet him. He says he's going to be at Sturgis this year.
Yeah. I'll be at the Chip.
That's awesome. Whit Mez is on. Hello, Whit. Nice to see you on.
Hey, Whit.
Who else? I don't want to miss people. Sinister Clutch, I said he's always in here supporting, which we appreciate. Crash 30179. That's a new name. Thinking he might have followed Monkey over.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. He said he just watched your video on the lights.
Oh. I got a mountain of stuff in the corner that I've either bought or whatnot because that bike's been gone for 2 months waiting for me to do stuff to it. So,
yeah. So I saw you brought it home. What's the current status?
Well,
you said it came home with some a couple things not perfectly right? You said
this 21 situation, man. Like I won't buy a first year again. When I got the bike, and then there was the whole issue with being able to tune it because they hadn't released the cables yet to hook it up to the tuner, yada, yada, yada. So I had a tuner, got the cable, tuned it. As soon as I tuned it, I already had the exhaust sitting there for 2 weeks from S&S, a 2-in-1 Sidewinder. And S&S didn't realize that the bracket doesn't work when you go back to a cable clutch. The path of the
doesn't hook on.
Is slightly different. Like it's just a different angle. So the bracket that works for a hydraulic clutch just digs into that cable. So I got it on there and I was like, it's got to be me. Like I guess this is right. By the time I got to the dealer to get my bars put on, it had already started leaking. It had already damaged the clutch cable. And I'm like, damn it, But I'm like, all right, we'll make it work. It'll be fine. And then the adjuster for the clutch cable's on the right down tube instead of the left, and the head pipe on the number one jug, the heat had just buckled that adjuster and burned it into one piece. So anyway, after that whole debacle of getting the lower clutch cable replaced and all that stuff, I got it home without that bracket on there, so it didn't damage the new clutch cable. So I'm like limping it home with no support bracket, holding the lower head pipe on, like just the flange nuts and the rear support for the muffler, the only thing holding the head pipe on.
Wow.
And that's about 60 miles, right?
Yeah, 60 miles from the dealer to the house. And I'm just like, I kept going like 80 and go, holy crap, and slow down just to try and get some RPMs out of it. And I get home. Also, I had no breather on it.
No breather on it. I was about to say
I'm like
that.
running an open, and putting my leg up to it. Anyway, so I get home, and today I fixed all that stuff. So what I did was I had an S&S teardrop intake in a box, put that on, so that's taken care of. And then the bracket, what I did is I took the factory bracket and just beat the hell out of it with a ball peen hammer until I could make a sort of support for that head pipe. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but I feel okay riding it now, And an S&S, I called them, and I'm on their list. It's a known issue about the bracket problem, so they're going to send me a new one whenever that comes out. But
wow,
yeah, I'm still an S&S fan. It's just that this cable clutch thing just caused a ripple effect that they didn't realize.
Hey, real quick, let me interrupt here. Real quick, Two Wheels Down. Thank you for the super chat. For those of you guys that don't know that channel, go check it out. I was a guest on his live stream last night. It was a great time. You can always go watch it back if you want, but check out his channel if you like it. Give him a sub, man. It's another up and coming channel, and he's a good dude. So check that out. And, that's what these live streams are kind of all about, is really just kind of supporting everybody in the community. The other channels. That's kind of what we had help us in the very beginning. We had some people talk about us on their live stream, and then later on have us on, and that gave us that boost that you need when your channel's small, So that's kind of what got us into doing this and having guests on. So, and also Mai Tai, Ken, and Brenda, thank you so much. We appreciate that. That's a fun name, Mai Tai, Ken, and Brenda. So yeah, I just wanted to recognize those guys. We appreciate that. That's very generous of you. Did I miss one?
Nope.
I just subscribed to Two Wheels Down.
Bell. Bell, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Another great channel to go check out. So again, if you're somebody in here that doesn't actually have a YouTube channel and isn't actually a moto vlogger, you'll see in the side chat a lot of good options to go check out these channels. Yeah. A lot of great creators out there that are just plugging away and trying to put out good content for everybody to watch. So YouTube wouldn't have content without these people. So give them a check out and see if you like it, and give them a sub, because that's what we're all here trying to get. More subs, more people to watch our stuff so we can keep putting out good stuff. It definitely helps the channel.
One of the funny things about this, one of the things that I just loved about YouTube when I got into this 2 years ago, I guess I was watching it so much, was that there's not a network telling you what to watch. Right. You know what I mean? Like I can find what I want to watch, and it's very, I don't know, what do you want to call it? But
no, I mean, and I don't know about you guys, but the amount of TV I actually watch now is I used to be a huge TV watcher, all kinds of shows, and I still have some shows I like that I record and watch during the day, like because I work from home, so I'll put it on in the background a while. But I'm spending 80% of my time on YouTube, just keeping up with what everybody else out there is doing and just trying to support them and give them the views and whatnot. So like my wife, I think it drives her nuts because she wants to watch some TV, but I'm like, let's put on some YouTube. Let's see what everybody's doing out there. And she's like, yeah, whatever.
My Mrs. Monkey's the same animal I am, actually. So we'll sit there and go down the rabbit hole together. We'll go all in. I was actually watching today, and I was laughing, going, man, I got to tell these guys about this tonight. You can find whatever scratches that itch on YouTube and go all in. Like today, I found a YouTube channel. I don't know how it recommended it. That's the Knight Rider Historian. I'm not even a huge Knight Rider fan, but Knight Rider Historian Network. And they just found the big rig, the actual big black big rig that used to pull around.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they're starting to restore it. And I just sat there for 2 hours, like just sucked into like all these videos about this big, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? But
that's crazy. That's nuts. Hey, just on kind of that Sturgis topic, like George just popped in the side chat here and said Bell's Ride hosts a black Back the Blue ride during the Sturgis Rally. That's something she started, I think, last year. It's for an awesome cause to support, police and first responders. So if you're going to be in Sturgis, that's definitely something to check out. And if you're still on the side and you want to put up some information, feel free to put that up for people to see. because that's a great cause.
Right.
And hopefully one day I'm going to be out there and be able to attend. What is this?
I gotta make sure I find out where that is.
I have a Netflix Disney Channel dish all set up on my phone, and I end up watching. Yeah. I pay an arm and a leg for DirecTV, and I end up watching mostly YouTube. So thank you for the super chat, man. We really appreciate that.
Gilbert Maldonado, thank you.
Yeah,
So
I'm going to cancel my AT&T TV cable thing.
Yeah.
It hasn't been started in 2 months.
Yep.
So that's it. I'm done.
We've been saying we're going to do that for probably the last year. We just haven't done it, but like I'd probably be okay with it. Like everything I need is kind of YouTube or Netflix and maybe some Amazon Prime. Videos. So
and now I can just watch Knight Rider videos for 9 hours of them restoring bin number 96. I mean, these dudes are serious. You think we're into bikes? These dudes are into Knight Rider.
Oh, I believe it. That was one of my shows back in the day, so I'd be down to watch that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you go to Sturgis most years. You are one of the ones that you actually like take your RV and you don't actually ride there, right? And now, have you ever ridden there from home?
From St. Louis, we did. It's 1,000 miles from St. Louis, so it's 70% the first day, 30% the next. Yeah. And when I was a kid, it was always like we stayed at Glencoe. We would either do like a pop-up camper, and we would, it was always a different year every year. You never knew what was going to happen. But it's 5,000 miles round trip from my house to Sturgis and back.
Yeah.
And I have an RV, and I'll tell you right now, I have this fight weekly because there's always a dude who wants to talk smack, and the reality is, you never know what someone else's situation is, and I would kind of have to be totally insane to just go, I'm going to ride just to say that I rode, leave my RV here, and ride 5,000 miles round trip. Mind you, the most boring fucking ride on the planet is from here to Sturgis and back. This is not, the Pine Barrens. This is like for 2,500 miles looking at corn. Like, it's a terrible ride. And just to say I did. And and here's the thing is that my daily schedule with the organization that shall not be named is like Orlando and back, Tampa and back, Fort Myers and back, like just to do so. A 500-mile day is just a Saturday. So I got no one to impress by saying I rode 5,000 miles. We do 15,000 miles a year on average. So
yeah,
it's not. I don't need to impress anybody. But
yeah. So we did it last year, and it was one of those things where I'm a competitive person, so to me it was just a challenge. I wanted to do it, but
I totally get it.
Moving forward, if I go, when I go back again, it very well might be, trailering it and towing it, maybe an RV, maybe just a trailer, because realistically, you can get there quicker, driving a truck and towing something than taking the bike.
Just friggin' 90 mile an hour, yeah.
And you get more gas stops when you're on the bike, and rest stops because you gotta get off and stretch that you don't have to do as frequently in the car. So
I'd be totally down for
definitely see in the future it being probably some driving. And people can say what they want. I've already done it, and I actually enjoyed every bit of it, and it really wasn't that hard. It's just a matter of it being a little more time consuming, Yeah. So, and when you only have so many days of vacation and the place you're going is already halfway across the country, you're trying to save every day you can.
I have a buddy that I go with almost every year, Bull, who's my friend for 20 plus years, that he's ridden it from St. Louis a lot of times. And we're the same age, I think we're all in the same age bracket here, that like latter 40s thing. And he was like, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? So about 2 years ago, he's like, he just put his bike on the trailer and they go straight through 1,000 miles from St. Louis, just straight through there. And he goes, I get a whole other day there. He takes shifts with his wife driving the truck. He has his truck, so he can just throw whatever he wants in the back of it.
Yep.
And then he just tents outside my rig. But when you have an RV, to leave that thing, there's actually a financial component. So yeah, I spend a fortune in fuel. But my RV spot to go all in, the like bougie spots, $900. A hotel room is for 2 weeks. It's the whole rally.
Okay.
It's $900 for 14 days.
Right.
A hotel room, what, $3,500, $4,000 maybe if you're close to the tip or close to Burgess. There's money there too.
Not cheap if you're renting a house either. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a great point, because if you are going with a group and you have a vehicle you can drive around the clock, and you can't do that on the bikes.
Nope.
Well,
you can, but it's a rough one. It's rough.
You're gonna go 1,700 miles without sleep?
No. I didn't say I was going to
do it, but I don't have a desire to do that.
Not me. I'm just saying, you can do it.
I'm getting old. I don't want to sleep.
You can do it.
My record, my personal record is 800 miles in a day, and it was for the Oregon. It was 400 miles southwest and 400 miles back with a lot of work in the middle. And by the time I got back, that wasn't safe. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? That last 50 miles, I was just kind of pointing the bike in that direction, and that's not a good idea.
Definitely. I think our record is somewhere around 720.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for one day. It was a good day. I mean, I'm sure if we had to, we could have did more, but it wasn't needed.
Yeah. Why? Got nothing to prove. No one's got anything to prove.
No. Just looking at these, just trying to keep up with the chat and keep the conversation going. So your channel has actually been live for a few years now, right? But you started taking it actually seriously how long ago?
January
of this year.
Yeah, I had a YouTube account. So what I did is I think like 10 years ago, my first video was I was, someone might want to see this thing, and I uploaded it. And so I've had a few people say, well, your channel's been around for 10 years. I'm like, no, my channel's been around since January. I didn't do anything with it until January. And then the Sturgis videos got me to 1,000 subscribers in like a month.
Quick, yeah.
Nice.
And then it just took off, which is why I say the algorithm makes no sense, because there's so many channels I follow that are so much friggin' better than mine. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
So you joke that the algorithm's messed up, but you don't have a thought as to what your success, what contributed to that? If you had to guess why you jumped so fast?
I think, and the reason I say no is because some of the channels I like so much, they themselves are incredibly genuine. The people you're looking at is who they are 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But I guess the one thing I would say is you look at some of these mega channels and you're like, that's not who you are all the time. And so I'm not sure. I can't figure it out. I'm not playing a character. Mrs. Monkey's in the room, and she will tell you, I am this idiot 24 hours a day, whether I'm working or working on the bike or riding. So I'm not really sure.
I think that comes across. I think that comes across the genuineness.
Yeah,
or that I'm an idiot 24 hours a day.
No, you're not playing a character.
You're not playing a character, and every single one I watch, you're the same way in every one, and it's your videos are actually enjoyable. I like them.
So
I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I watch you guys' videos and I'm like, mine suck. I have no music. I have no I don't know how to do that stuff, and I don't have the time. Yeah. So
here's the thing.
I'm sorry.
Your videos, your content is very engaging because you're having a conversation. And just about every one of them, right? You're having a conversation with the people watching, which invites comments, and whether they think you're an idiot or whether they agree with you, it invites more comments. And it engages, and YouTube likes that. And I also think the fact that you've been pumping out almost a video a day, I think YouTube likes that. Honestly, I think they'd rather that than someone who puts tons of time and effort into cinematic stuff, but only puts something out once a week, because there's more stuff they can advertise on yours, They don't care.
You're probably, I guarantee you're right. I mean, someone said, I hadn't done a video in 3 days. And I actually got emails. Are you okay? In 3 days.
Dude, you've been pumping them out.
Yeah. I just didn't have anything to say. That's all it was. I'm not going to make a video for the sake of making a video. I didn't have anything to say. everyone knew the situation. I'm waiting on my damn bike. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have anything to install. I'm just waiting. And then they called and said, come get your bike today. And I was like, there's the video. Now that bike is home, I've got so much work to do to that damn thing.
Yeah.
That I'm actually the first time ever, I'm a little concerned because I want to record it all, but I also want to get it done.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, it's a bit of a challenge. I mean, when you watch the really true experience. Yeah. I another thing that I think, and I think you guys had this too, and I say this, Mrs. Monkey says too much. I don't push the monetary aspect of a successful YouTube channel. Like I got a job, man. This is not my thing. I don't want your money. Just hit subscribe.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Like hit subscribe, watch the videos, and we're good. And if you want to buy a t-shirt or a cup or whatever, then I take every penny that comes in from that and say, well, I'm going to spend it on something that people want to watch. I'm going to spend it on whatever. The thing that I really want, Mrs. Monkey's laughing because she knows my not local, but 50 miles away up at Treasure Coast Harley, they have a 53 Panhead.
Oh.
That I want so bad. I sit and think of that thing at night. and I want to own it. I just want to ride it every once in a while. But I also think what a cool subject for videos. So I think there's a lot of dudes out there that are like, I don't even know what it's like to live with a 53 Panhead. I have a decent idea because I had some old shoddy Evos years ago, but I went to go see it. It's sitting on the lift right now with oil coming out of it. So I mean, like, it's sitting there with a pool of oil under it. That's just part of life, like
wow,
an old bike like that. But
so Greg asked me what I was drinking. He said it looked red. It's definitely not red. It's more orangey golden color. It's an IPA, double IPA from a local brewery around here. Gilbert. So Gilbert, thanks again. I think, did you not already give us one?
Yeah, I appreciate you though.
Appreciate it, man. That's cool. What do you say? I started watching one because he's too funny, and I started watching all because I'm in the Baggers and Brews. And of course, the Army one. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
No, I mean, all these channels, they have something different to offer. So, there's lots out there. It's not like you only watch one or got to be just a fan of one.
No, I've again, the Night Rider thing, you'll find something that'll get you engaged for a while. But I remember a couple of weeks ago, you guys talked about Biketoberfest. Yes. And I'm like, so they're going, oh my God, that's going to, and like, this is my fingers. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be amazing. Because I plan on being at Biketoberfest too. I'll be at Cackleberry across the street from the Cabbage Patch.
Okay.
And my RV will be there, and I was serious when I was like, you guys got to hang out. Like.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if we do
100%.
I'm sitting outside drunk under the awning on my RV with the lights on. I don't know how that's going to work, but that could be a lot of fun.
We've already had a couple different people tell us they were going to be at the Cackleberry that we had to come by. So I'm sure we'll be spending. So unlike last year at Sturgis, being newbies at Sturgis last year, we had all these different rides we had to do, all these different places we had to see, and do Iron Mountain Road and the Badlands and Spearfish and, all of those different awesome rides that you got to do. And we did those, but that didn't leave a lot of time for hanging out downtown, people watching, nightlife partying, just all that stuff that the rally also has to offer. So with Daytona or Biketoberfest, I think the plan isn't to do a ton of riding. It's more just to hang out with people watch, because my wife and I love people watching, and just taking in the actual rally, and because it's not as big of a riding rally, obviously, right? Because there's not that many rides. So that is our plan. So we definitely plan to hang out. Hopefully there'll be more moto vloggers or people, YouTubers that we'll get to meet up with and have a beer, but we'll definitely hook up.
So definitely take 6 more chairs than what you normally do.
Yes.
I'll fill the truck
because we can't bring chairs.
Bring 6 more chairs.
Now that's one that's painful because we go to Leesburg every year, which Leesburg is fantastic. That's a 3-day rally that is Floridians, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, love the Leesburg Rally. It's only 72 hours, but it's wild. There's good concerts, and it feels like sort of the environment of Sturgis in the 80s, right? Like this, the cops kind of let it go. Like they just let people be themselves. But it's really far for 3 days. That's just a reality. So it's pretty much Southeast U.S. And the fact that I have to drive my truck and pull my RV 4 hours from my house is painful because I'm just sitting there going, oh, I'm that guy. Oh, I am that guy. Like I'm so embarrassed, pulling into the campground going, I know, but I haven't figured out how to pull 14,000 pounds of my bike yet. That's not going to work. So,
and that's the thing. I don't care what anybody does, but I do when I'm cruising down the road to a rally, to Sturgis last year, to wherever some of the other ones we've been. If I see an RV that's clearly a toy hauler and they're going to the rally, I almost look at them a little bit differently because I know you're bringing where you're staying, right? Yeah. And you're saving money as opposed to the guy who's like got his bike in the back of his pickup where it's like, why not just ride?
The license plate game.
Yeah,
you look at the plates and you go, dude, you're coming from Minnesota to South Dakota. That's not that far.
That's a little different. That's a little different.
You know what? This goes back to when Austin and I first started riding together. Yeah. But we went to a local bike night.
Oh my God, I remember this one.
We went to a local bike night, and this guy rolled in with a trailer and his Indian. I don't know which one it was. Do you remember what Indian that was? It's the one with all the leather.
Yeah, it was a chieftain with the pastel, light and green. And beige, all and leather now.
Beige leather. He towed that in from nearby, in stays in the area, and he trailered it in and pulled it off. Because they were having a bike show and whatnot. But I'm like, that's not one of those custom builds that you don't really want to drive around. It was just a basic Indian. Touring bike. Why would you not?
What was best?
You go, all right. Was he disabled or something? Was there a story there? I don't know that.
Maybe. We saw him. He didn't look disabled.
He didn't look disabled.
Vintage bike.
No, it was the newest one.
It's a new Indian.
The best part about that was
2018 or something. Yeah.
The best part about that, he got out of the truck after he pulled it out. He had his leathers on, his chaps on, and he had the leather jacket with the frazzled.
Ooh, in the truck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was all in. He was all in.
Goggles on in the truck.
Yes.
So crazy. So the most embarrassed I've been for someone else. This was probably 2017 or so. I was at the Full Throttle Saloon, the old one before it burned down. Holy crap, Buck Champ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for interrupting. We really appreciate that, Buck Champ. Awesome.
I was at the Full Throttle, and when I see a white beard down to their belly, I just gravitate to an old biker. Those dudes, you can learn so much. I will just sit there and listen for hours as they'll talk. And there was about 6 of them sitting in a row drinking, just happened to be facing the patch lady, where they're selling leathers and then you buy your patches and there's someone sewing the patches on. And this dude walked in and bought a vest and then went to the patch person and bought 17 patches and then went to the sewing person and had them all sewed on at once.
Damn.
And then put this cut on with sparkling clean, patches and then walked out so proud. And one of these old dudes, I to this day, I'll remember the way, even the tonation. He was like, good God, it's like he went out and bought a My First Biker kit. And I almost fell off my chair laughing because the dude hurt him and then turned and walked away. But everyone just started roaring and laughing.
That is good.
You can't do that. You can't do that. It still would have been obvious, but he could have went on Amazon and bought that same thing with all the patches already on there. And at least not
50% off.
Exactly. I know you've seen it. It's terrible. It's like, come on, man.
Bad to the bone. It's got a big one. Bad to the bone on it.
Generic comments. The patches that we have patches on ours. They're all from rides we did or places we've been, they tell a story of wherever you've been and what you've done. Just go buy 15 at one time and pop them on.
Yeah, no.
So it's not a super secret. I always say the organization shall not be named because we have, cleared PR people and stuff, and I'm not one of them. I always say, like, I cannot represent the organization. But we always say in Bikers Against Child Abuse, BACA, you look for dirty patches.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be someone who's been in this org for decades, but somehow their patch is really clean. Now, no disrespect, who knows what they're doing. But you, in a crowd, when you have a question, you're trying to figure something out, you look for the dirty patch. You look for the person that's got the miles in, and that may only be 3 years. But if that patch is filthy, then there's a lot of knowledge there, And those are the dudes I like to talk to. Let me know when you got a lull, because I just saw it. I ran into some 1%ers at Sturgis 2 years ago, and I had the greatest chat that almost got me killed, but it was okay.
Yeah, good. That was a good chat, though, right?
It was a great chat, but it was after the fact, like, damn, I almost got my lights knocked out on that one. It was pretty bad. But.
So I'm just curious for the side chat what the over under is on when I have to go to the bathroom, because I think.
I'm just gonna start pouring water.
There might be an intermission here, real quick. Those rides. Let's see. So someone asked, okay, here it is. Brent asked when we're heading to Biketoberfest. So we're leaving that Tuesday, I think it is, right? Because Tuesday. We're gonna get there on Wednesday.
Wednesday, yep.
So we'll be there Wednesday night and we're leaving on Sunday. So we'll be there all Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yeah, that answers that question. Somebody else had a question I just saw. Bags and Brews, are you going May 8th to Cycle Fanatics Bike and Breakfast in PA? Stop tapping because I know you guys can hear that. I didn't know. I didn't know anything about it, but I'll check it out. And if we can do that, we would definitely go check that out. Can you
just bop to Pennsylvania? I don't know anything about the Northeast.
Can we do what?
Can you just bop to Pennsylvania where this is? I don't know. Is it that close?
Yeah. So kind of the area he's talking about, we actually kind of ride up that way just for fun in the summers because it's a nice ride, and you can kind of ride up the Delaware River, where the river's right on on one side or the other, depending on whether you're going up the Jersey side or the PA side, and it's beautiful riding. So yeah, we've been up that way. So if I'll check it out and I'll see what the details are, and if the guys aren't doing nothing, we'll go up there.
I'm jealous. It takes me 11 hours to get out of the state of Florida, I think.
I know. That's pretty rough, man.
9 hours.
I won't be making that still because my bike will for sure not be done by then. So.
Yeah, you won't be ready by May.
What? Okay, brother, it's time to buy a second bike.
Wait, time out. You guys, you talk to him about his bike, and I'm going to go take care of business.
No, whoa. Yo, that wasn't my doing. Anybody in the side chat that had the over-under, that wasn't my
doing. It's time for a second bike, dude. It's like,
You know what? I would love a second bike. I would love a Road Glide or something like that. But, I mean, it's a Road King CVO. You can't just put that one aside.
No. I just meant a bridge bike, if you will.
Well, a bridge bike, but what I need to do to this bike is going to be new bike money.
Oh,
so that kind of takes away from that. Now there is another bike in the garage, but it's just it's not suited for me. It's my lady's bike. It's the Sporty 48 that's in there.
Oh no, that'd be hilarious to see you on it.
Oh no, I've ridden it. To be honest with you, I got it. I rode it for about 3.5 hours or so. And I'll be honest with you, it's the first time my taint has ever been numb. I was like, what the hell is this?
Total transparency there.
Dude, it was bad. It was bad. We took it for a quick ride around the Pines and stuff like that. And I got up, and when you look at somebody get off a bike and it's bow-legged and freaking hurting.
Yeah.
That was me.
It's amazing when you go. I was just told a dude yesterday, we were in the finance office of a dealership. My mother-in-law got a new car, and the dude was like, I love motorcycles. I've been shopping. What do I do? And I was like, don't buy the bike you can afford.
Yep.
Buy the bike you're going to ride
Exactly.
a year from now. There's no such thing as a starter bike. Buy the bike you're going to ride. And he's like, oh, no, I've been looking at Sportsters. And I was like, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I know every friend I've known for years, they go, well, I'm going to buy a Sporty 1200 to start. That bike, 90 days in, they're like, they're seriously looking for another bike.
And that's what sucks, because they actually are good looking bikes.
They're great bikes. They're the best sounding Harley. On that. I just threw my glove down on that one. The Sportster is the best sounding Harley. It's an Evo motor.
Yep.
It sounds fantastic when you put good exhaust on it and whatnot.
Completely agree. Completely agree.
When we were looking for Mrs. Monkey's first bike, she was never thinking Sportster. She was always like, I'm going to buy a Heritage. And I was like, babe, that's not your forever bike. Don't do it. You're going to want a bagger. You're going to want a bagger, et cetera, et cetera. And she bought an 18 Heritage, and we did a lot to it, made it loud as hell. And it was 1 year, at least it was a year, but a year in, she was like, yeah, I need a Road King or a Road Glide. And then I bought the Geezer Glide, and I'm Midwestern. So it's sort of like, I want her to have the nicest thing. Yeah. So I'm like, you take the CVO, I'll buy the new Batwing bike, and then I'll just tweak it however I want, because I couldn't spend CVO money twice.
Yeah, I hear that.
That's crazy.
That. So that's where I'm at right now. I would love to. Road Glide is definitely my future, but I want to get this bike done. The motor needs to be completely overhauled. The main shaft needs to go. And,
are you talking still 110, or are you thinking beyond that?
It's it all depends what kind of package this new place I found can put together for me. I do want to go fuel moto.
Yeah,
but this place that I got directed to really has some nice stuff too, and he's got some local. He has his own local stuff that he does. So he's got his own push rods and lifters and stuff, and the reviews on him, phenomenal. So I want to see what kind of numbers he's going to be able to put down. If he puts down similar to what I'm looking at from Fuel Moto, I might go his route. So we'll see. But he will put Fuel Moto stuff on there. So we'll see how big or how powerful I go. It all depends.
There's that fine line, like rideability is a thing, right? Like
yes, it is. It's not a show bike. It is a rider. So I'm not looking to make it completely pretty, even though she's a beauty already. But she's got to have the torque for sure.
So listen, real quick, I want to not to cut you guys off. We'll get back to that, but just wanted to give out some thank yous. Thanks to everybody in the side chat that came over, from subscribing to Motorcycle Monkey and came over here and digging what they see and subscribing. We appreciate that. We got a really nice bump in that today. So thank you, Motorcycle Monkey, for coming on and hanging out with us and bringing all your friends.
Professional Monkey, but close enough.
Oh, that's right. I did call you. That's payback. That's payback for Baggers and Beers.
What did I call you?
Something in beers. I forget what it is.
Beers. What is it? Oh man, that dude who's got that channel, SRK Cycles / something. I called you that one.
Oh, bikes and beards.
Oh, I was like, like
that's right.
Oh man,
paybacks. Go ahead, Austin.
I can see Mrs. Monkey chatting. I don't know why she doesn't just come in the door. She's in the other end of the house, but it's probably has something to do with whether she's. Never mind. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it alone, or she'll shank me tonight when I'm asleep. But yeah, she's in the room, but she doesn't want to come in the room. But leave it alone.
That's how they do it, man.
You said she's Cuban heritage.
Yeah. No, she's all Cuban.
All Cuban. Pues mira, entonces vente para este cuarto, vente para acá.
She's laughing hysterically right now, and
vente para este lado, vente.
So
we don't have a translator, bro.
we bought my mother-in-law a new car last night. I walk into the service, the finance guy just doing the paperwork, and I sit down, and my mother-in-law says, something in Spanish, and then I said, I'm just the son. I didn't say son-in-law. I said I'm just the son. and we sit down. And the finance manager is Colombian. He turns to me and he just goes at it for probably 15 minutes. And I just go, Gringo from St. Louis, dude. I got nothing.
That's funny.
In law. And he looked at his watch. He goes, "You've been here 10 years. You got to learn that stuff."
That's the best part about the way I look. Everybody says, he's white. You speak to me in Spanish, I'm going to know what you say.
Yeah, you don't look Puerto Rican, bro.
Uh-oh.
So
Nope.
Brent said he's heading up to Jersey from where? First of all, where are you heading up from? To go to Camping World in Swedesboro, which I just passed. I just passed that on the way down to Virginia, whatever that was last week or whatever that was. So what are you going to Camping World for? What are you looking for? What are you buying? And where are you coming up from? Put that in the side chat so we can talk about it. Cool. So speaking of Camping World, you have an RV or travel trailer. So what do you have? What are you rolling with?
My grandparents had a Class C forever ago. My dad had a Class A motorhome, not like one of the big buses, a little one. And then he bought a fifth wheel a few years ago. We took it to Sturgis in 18, I guess it was. And then I was like, you know what? They're both good family things, but man, they make motorcycle rallies so much better. I mean, over the top. So I bought a 36-foot travel trailer toy hauler called a Fuel. It's made by Heartland. And it's a king bed up front, and then a full bathroom, and then a great room, and then it's got 2 queen-size bunk beds in the back. So whoever goes with us, they figure out where they're sleeping in the back, but me and Mrs. Monkey have a nice bed up front and whatnot. It is 10,000 pounds bone dry with nothing in it, so it's at least 3/4 ton. You need a diesel to pull it, but we go to Disney in it. We go to state parks, county parks for family stuff, and then twice a year between Leesburg and Sturgis, it's my motorcycle home. It's fantastic. Oh God, here it is.
There's the monkey.
Is that as much as we get?
That's all you get.
Why is the makeup not done, darling?
Freaky monkey.
She doesn't have her makeup done. That's what it is. I knew that's what it was.
That's great. So why the travel trailer and not a fifth wheel or a Class C or a Class A? Why was that your choice?
Because I was stupid, first off. I should have bought a fifth wheel. It's really what it started was because mine is they don't get any bigger for a travel trailer. 36 foot is the biggest. And it's heavy. So it's one of those things where I tell everyone a 36-foot travel trailer toy hauler is really the absolute limits of what you should be going down the road pulling, because if they go into a WAG, you're completely screwed, And I've got all the load distribution hitch and the friction, anti-sway and everything, and still it's a pain. And then again, doing a 5,000-mile trip pulling it, I've lost 20 pounds, believe it or not, when I got home because I've been sweating doing this for a couple weeks. I didn't do a motorhome because my travel trailer gave me an excuse to have an F-250 diesel. So I wanted my pickup, so that justified that.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Another thing, when you've got a motorhome, you got another engine, transmission, brakes, like all this other stuff to maintain, and I didn't want to do that. I should have done a fifth wheel. Honestly, the reason why I didn't is we have a golf cart and 2 baggers. And fifth wheels always have that wall separating the main room from the garage, and that doesn't work. I need an L-shaped 16-foot-long cargo area. So the rig that we have is the only rig that I can put golf cart, bagger. Like I can't, you can't do that in any other rig. So it ended up working out. But Barbara, I'm in Palm Beach County.
Okay.
And that's south, right? Pretty south.
I mean, we used to live in Weston, which is, Lauderdale-ish, and my office is in Miami by the airport. But, we're straight east from the Breakers and Mar-a-Lago. And, I'm sorry, we're west. They're east of us. But it's like an hour to Lauderdale and an hour and a half to Miami.
Okay. How far are you from Naples?
Straight west, about 100 miles, 90 miles, straight across the state.
West?
Yep. They are west. I am east.
They're west. Okay.
Yeah, I'm East Coast.
Okay.
I'm 15 minutes from the ocean if I head east.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. You trying to gauge from when Joel and them are at?
Yeah, I was just trying to get an area. I got friends in.
I saw it in your face. I'm like, I know what he's
in Lithia. I don't know if you ever heard of Lithia, which is kind of a little bit east of Tampa.
That's about 4 hours. They're way north.
It's funny how the state itself's pretty narrow, yet it's so long to get to everything. Yeah. It's so long.
It's being from St. Louis, I came down here to Weston first, to the Lauderdale area, and I had a friend that go, "Oh, we're going to Destin." I'm like, "Yeah, that's 9 hours from my house."
Wow. I don't know who Cletus McFarland is. Does anybody else know who that is? Who's Cletus McFarland?
Must be a Canadian.
One of your cousins? So I asked because back in what year was that? Around 2007-ish. My wife and I bought a travel trailer. We had a 30 or 32, somewhere around that. And we didn't end up getting as much use out of it as we wanted, just because our kids were really little and we were kind of broke. We probably shouldn't even have been buying it, but we wanted it, so we bought it. But she didn't like it, and I didn't really dig it either, just because it did sway, and you had the sway bars and stuff. But I was watching your video the other day when you were showing your sway bars, or actually that might have been a while ago. I don't know when it was. I just watched it, and the whole setup looked different than what we had, but we did have sway bars. But
did
just
you have chains? Did you have chains? We had chains.
We had chains.
Different world.
Okay, because it really cruising down, we went from Jersey to Texas in it, and going through the mountains in Tennessee and stuff, and all the big rigs flying by, or you going by them, and it was just all over the road. She hated it. She wouldn't drive it, and it is you're concentrating for however many miles you're driving.
White knuckling.
You can't.
Yeah.
So we ended up we ended up moving from Jersey to Texas for a little while, and while we were down there again, I was the only one working. We were strapped for cash, so we sold it. But we do want to get something here once the kids are done high school in a couple of years, and I've personally been leaning toward I want a Class C, something to drive, but it remains to be seen what we get. But that's why I was just asking why you chose what you chose. Makes sense. You wanted the truck.
Yeah, no. Because I drive my pickup every day and love it. It's like when I was in high school, I had a '69 Chevelle, and I was my 250 diesel. I think I like more than my '69 Chevelle. I love my truck. That's my pal. I love my truck. Her name is Big Karen.
Big what?
Big Karen.
Oh, Karen.
Big Karen.
Because she's big, she's white, and she's just a little entitled.
Are there any small Karens?
And we love that truck, but 1,000 pounds of torque, 500 horsepower from the factory, basically. And I love that truck. And with the proper setup, I'm not white knuckling, but when people say oh, you pull your truck to instead of riding, I'm like, I don't know. I think I might be under more stress than you are. Because I'm sitting there going, my bike, my wife's bike, my golf cart, my rather large investment in the RV in the back, and my truck, all at risk, right? With insurance and all this crap. And I'm just sitting there like this, going, don't hit anything. Don't get a trailer sway. Don't do this for 3 days straight, 800 miles each day. I think that you're having an easier time on your bike.
Yeah.
So when you went to Sturgis and stuff, you went through the Badlands and all that stuff, that whole area there. So was it windy when you going through there?
Oh my God. The wind is something. You just slow down. You just got to slow down.
Okay. Because we saw quite a few swaying while we were riding through. And there was actually quite a few accidents that we saw later on that happened there. I know we were riding like this.
Yeah. Straight line on angle.
For a long way. Yeah.
It's
for a better part of 100 something.
People don't have enough truck. That's what it is. They don't have enough truck. And you see it, all the time. I always tell people, like, buy 3 times the truck you think you're going to need.
Yeah.
And then you'll be fine. Then you'll be comfortable and safe.
Mhm.
But
Though, I mean, you don't want to push that truck to the max, you know. And
no, my trailer is
yes, it'll tell you,
9,600
but
pounds. My weight rating is 9,400. I'll be fine. No, dude, you ain't gonna be fine. That's gonna be terrifying. You know, like
it's gonna suck.
yeah.
It's gonna suck.
I saw an
It does.
expedition pulling a travel trail. Travel trails weigh a lot less than toy haulers because of metal frames and stuff.
Yeah.
In Tennessee last year, I saw an Escalade pulling about a 34-foot travel trailer in a thunderstorm, and I'm doing like 60. This guy goes past me, just fishing, whale tailing down the highway, and he's just like, "Oh, it's just fine. That's just the way it is." And I'm going, "Oh my God, this guy's gonna go to a flat spin and kill everybody!" Like,
No
just
kidding.
nuts.
I had the what was it? Excursion, the big one.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I had that with and it towed it fine, but
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's still swayed, but and then that's the other reason I was asking, because I know George, and this is his wife right here, his better half. They're in the market. They're looking for something here in the near future, and they're looking at fifth wheels right now.
Buy 3 times the truck you think you're gonna need. That's buy as much truck as you can fit in your driveway. I can't fit a dually in my driveway, or I'd have one.
Well, George can get a semi.
There you go. Then you need a 3-plate dually. That's
Yeah.
So for everybody in the side chat, we got a lot of people over there. If you have any questions for I keep saying motorcycle, Professional Monkey. I'm sorry,
close enough.
2 beers. For Monkey, I'm just gonna go Monkey from Mr. Monkey over here. Questions for him. If you also let us know where you guys are from. We're always curious to know, kind of put a location in the country with your name. And if you're drinking anything, tell us what you're drinking. So that's homework or current work for all you guys in the side chat. Let us know those couple things. And if you have any questions for any of us, actually just go ahead and put them in there. We'll try to get to those. So you are already booked for this year for Sturgis, right?
Yeah, I booked the chip right away just to get the lowest rate. And if you have an RV, they'll sell out of RV spots.
Really?
Like a long time.
Probably already. Yeah.
They're already sold out.
Probably,
They've had them for a while. And I look forward to this because I made the decision because I have some friends and whatnot that are going to tent camp on my spot. And because I have the wife's bike, my bike, the golf cart, dad's trike, whatnot, I went all in and I bought the $1 million motor coach space, even though I don't have that kind of rig. So I'm going to be the wrong side of the tracks. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be like Tiffin motorhomes and stuff around me, and there'll be like a white trash area, and that'll be me. But,
the party spot.
It will be, but it's 40 feet wide by 80 feet long. Is the size of the spot that I got. But
wow. Shane is from Milwaukee, drinking Fireball.
Fireball.
I know Shane. He's trouble. And my Fireball's in the freezer.
Oh. Brian from West Virginia, drinking some hazy IPA. I like that.
Greenhouse.
We got Minnesota. Tim in Minnesota. Waiting for it to warm up. Yeah, I would not want to be in Minnesota.
Didn't it just snow?
Right
Did it snow up in Jersey?
Yes, North Jersey.
That's just nuts. Like it snowed
really?
in the Midwest.
Yep, North Jersey and PA.
I didn't even know. It's been pretty nice here the last, I don't know, for a while now. It's kind of cold today, but it's supposed to warm up this weekend.
Yeah, the storm that just came through put some snow up on them. It didn't stick, but they definitely got snow.
Yeah. Boise, Idaho. He's drinking. Oh, you drinking Natty? Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh, we're in high school again.
Holy cow, Natty. Carlisle, Pennsylvania. So Carlisle is near Mechanicsburg, right? Isn't Carlisle right next to Mechanicsburg? But I think it's really close. Okay. Yeah. Drinking a Heineken and a Crown Royal. I hope those are
not
mixed
together, though, right?
Yeah, please don't tell me those are mixed.
Don't do that.
Hopefully not.
Or do we not know something? Maybe it's something we don't know out there.
Maybe. So Big Bert, here's a big supporter of ours, great dude, YouTuber in Australia, and he is drinking coffee because he's at work. Because they're in a whole
Big Bird, nice to see you, brother.
Hey, over there. It's tomorrow there.
I see my wife says he's going to crack open some apple pie. That's the devil right there. Some apple pie
roses. Yeah, I got some in the fridge. Hog Rider, obviously in Iowa, and he's drinking some Four Roses. That's some good stuff. 6-shooter from. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. What did Mr. Monkey do with the custom clutch cable he ordered? That's a good question. What did you do with that custom cable you had?
I am running Crazy Monkey's Clutch Cables R Us right now. I have 2 of them on the garage floor. one of them, a really good brother of mine had that he was like, dude, it's going to work. It's going to work. He's like, it's on the wall in my garage. It's going to work. It was 6 inches too short.
Holy crap.
So that's in a bag in my garage. I'll give it back to him. And
Story
then the other
life.
Yeah, I paid $100 for a cable from Barnett, and then paid another $100 to have it next day aired. And not their fault. Like I sat on the phone with these people trying to figure out a solution, and they were fantastic. And we thought we had it figured out, and it would have been if it weren't for the fact that my bike's an Ultra and has lowers, because the lower fairing pushed the clutch cable right up against the head, and it was just going to melt. Even if I cut the rubber off, you don't want your adjuster just sitting up against the head all the time.
Yeah, no.
The heat, it's going to cook the fluid and the cable. So it just didn't work. So I had a lot of great people saying, just use an old style cable. That doesn't work. It doesn't work, at least not on a bike with lowers and radiators and stuff. Gotcha. So I have 2 of them on the floor. I'm going to put them on eBay for like 50 cents. If anyone needs them, like it'll work for anyone putting 14-inch KSTs on a 2013 or earlier Electroglide. I've got the cable for you, and
there you go.
You can have the damn thing, because what am I going
to pay shipping? So the Piney Princess pointed out that Carlisle has the big Corvette show, which we know because my father-in-law is a big Corvette nut and goes and wins those shows with his, I believe it's a 69 Mustang.
I need 45 seconds. I'll be right back.
Go for it, man. I'm going to chat. What we got going? So we got hot guys from Zero Beach, Florida. Dyna Super Glide, baby bagger drinking sparkling water. So my wife, the Piney Princess, rolls on a Dyna Super Glide anniversary edition. Was it 35th anniversary edition? What did Mr. Monkey do with the custom? Okay, we asked her that question. Ontario, Canada, Belgian Moon. We call it Blue Moon. Yeah. It's a nice road glide, though. I like the road glide. I like the red. What else? Optimus Raj Yoga. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no.
What?
Garage Yoga. I don't want to. I saw the stickers. I don't know if I want to know anything else. Drinking Sorry Chicken Dry Hopper Sour Ale. That sounds like something George would drink from Burley Oak.
Definitely.
And you're in Delaware. So you're okay. So you're the one going up from Delaware up to Camping World. Okay. Gotcha. I missed that if you actually answered that question earlier. I'm sorry.
Mrs. Monkey, if you're still watching, we need some fireballs in the freezer. Come on, baby.
Paging Mrs. Monkey. Mrs. Monkey. Rapid City. I roll a 16 Road King, and my wife rides a 16 Heritage. Nice.
John, you live in Sturgis. I mean, like, you live there. Like, my buddy Bull's dad lives in Rapid City too, and the rides that a local can take you on. We went up Skyline Drive, and you'd have thought you were in the Hollywood Hills. I mean, like, it's unbelievable up there. Yeah. In the heart of Rapid City.
Yep. Bronco Ride, what's up, man? For those of you that don't know Bronco Ride, he was on our COVID edition of the live stream a few weeks back.
Yep, sure was.
Good dude, another good channel. Go check him out. And if you like what he's doing, give him a sub. Another good channel to check out. Who else is over here? Franklin, Indiana. Homebrew Heffenweiss. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Really? Listen, I give all the credit in the world to these home brewers, man. George 100%. Loves to do it. He's got a new beer what is it? Is it a triple? No, it's a barley wine.
Barley wine.
That he just got done with. That's ready to drink. He needs to get healthy so I can come over and drink some.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we were down in Delaware last weekend brewing with an old friend of ours who does some amazing home brews. I was just killing that maple bacon brown that he had on tap.
I want it.
That was so
maple
good.
Bacon
Brown, yeah, it was
brown ale.
Fantastic. Brown ale was fantastic.
Choice.
And what else did he have? He had what was the cream one he had on tap?
Oh, that was some sort of strawberry cream ale or something like that.
And then he had a black.
Come up with a different name. Strawberry cream ale is not.
Yeah, that's not what he called. I forget what he called it.
He called it something else. Mike, you still on there? Come on, let us know.
It's past.
I just want to address that. Robin the Ladybagger says, "Come out to Santa Barbara." People like me are not allowed in Santa Barbara. There's a rule.
Because why?
Me in California, there's problems.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's what I thought you meant. Been great hanging out. Have a good night. Hold on.
Bourbon vanilla cream ale, I think it was.
Okay, I'm into that.
Listen, I'm not a Parkway guy, so I'm not sure exactly where 114 is, but I'll ask George, and if we get up that way, we'll hit you up flying ride. I think you have a channel, right?
I've seen this symbol before.
I think he has a channel.
Oh, the logo if you don't. Jeez.
Yeah.
I have so many people say, "Where'd you get your logo?" I'm like, those sites where if you're like a gamer, you make a thing for your.
I actually was going to ask you that because you actually got a pretty good logo, and I like the way it moves and stuff. So how'd you do that?
There was a website. I can't even find it now because I do my damnedest to reply every single email, whatnot. And everyone's like, "Where'd you get your logo?" And I'm like, there was a website, and it was for gamers who just like to game online, but they made animated logos. You can go through a million friggin' things, and there were pistons and a shield, and I was able to pick the font of the words, and I was like, that's cool. And for $5, I got the animated bit and the PNG of my logo, and that's it. And here's the thing: my brother-in-law is a brilliant graphic artist, but I didn't want to bug him for something like this.
Yeah.
And now that it's blown up, he's got all the headaches of trying to fix the stuff that this website didn't do because everyone wants hats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I said, well, I told my brother-in-law, I said, I will pay you to fix that logo to where it can be embroidered because it can't be. It doesn't. Oh, come on, boss.
This is alcohol sighting.
Oh, that was not the shirt you were wearing. That is not the shirt you were wearing. He put on the Pro Monkey shirt. You gotta love it.
Change.
Gentlemen.
I equally use that term loosely.
Please do.
So I always jokingly say,
You get the last shot?
I'll get the last shot. Now that she rides at CVO, I love that she can outride on a CVO most dudes on Sportsters. Like she can ride that bike. There's no in a campground in mud. She's fighting the thing, but keeps it up and whatnot. So I'm always very proud of her. Salud.
That's awesome.
Salud. Fireball's kind of
nice. So the CVO is that what you ride most of the time, Mrs. Monkey?
It's the only thing she rides now.
Now that he finally got his bike back.
So the Heritage just hangs out?
It's gone.
Yeah, well,
so the 18 Heritage is gone.
Yeah.
We still have a 14 Heritage.
We have an 18 that was mine, and we got rid of that one for the CVO and one for a Street Glide, and then we have an old
Ultra. I don't have a Street Glide. I have an Ultra.
Yeah, an Ultra.
Whatever.
Street Glide sounds less old.
Heritage, which is what we've been riding while his bike was in the shop.
Okay.
The 14 Heritage I bought for my dad, brand new in 14. And so because the amount of hours I have in that friggin' bike, I will never get rid of it. Like we converted the bags to quick release. Every single piece of chrome you can buy from Harley's on that bike, except for the forks. So I just keep it. But the reality is it never gets ridden. It sits there for like months at a time, and I just ride around the neighborhood and put it back. To the point to where batteries go bad, and I have to buy a battery for it, But But since this debacle with the Ultra, she's been riding that Heritage for 2 months, which has been good for it.
Yeah.
But
Have fun, gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
running away now.
Hey, real quick, I know he's probably gone by now, but Full Throttle Hog, who said goodnight and he had to roll. If you guys are new to checking us out and you like our stuff, definitely check out Full Throttle Hog. His channel's fantastic. He's another newer channel who's growing nice and quickly, but he really does a great job with his he's a big camera guy, and he does a great job with his filming and his editing. So go check out Full Throttle Hog. See if you like that. Give that a sub, because that is another fantastic channel to watch. He's one of the ones I watch all the time.
I've subscribed to like 6 channels since we've been doing this, because as soon as you meet somebody, hit them.
Kind of how it goes, man. And you don't even know that you don't know these channels, and then they come up and you find them, and you're like, why haven't I been watching these? You know?
Right. I was just emailing with Hells on Two Wheels. They live a few 2 hours northwest of me now.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to be at Treasure Coast Harley tonight, and I'm emailing him. Bert, you laugh your ass off. I'm like, yeah, I'll come up. It'd be great to just hang out, and we're all excited. And then I go, oh yeah, I got the live stream tonight. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Here I am, like, promoting it on my channel and the Facebook and the whatnot, and at the same time emailing him saying, yeah, I'll see you. And then this morning, I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? Like, so I had to email him going, like, I can't be there. I don't know what's
Oh, man. So is he sitting, like, in the parking lot?
I don't know.
He's sitting in the parking lot just, like...
No, I'm sure he's because he checks his email regularly, and I was like, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to be there tonight. I don't know why I said that. Like, I'm out of my mind, but that old pan up there, I want that bad. Like, I want it bad.
Is it for sale?
Oh yeah. It's there on consignment, and unfortunately, the dude that has it has had it a long time, and he's already done every single thing I would do to it. Like, even the paint is how I would have painted it. Converted to a hand clutch, modernized the system to where you don't have to advance and retard the timing to start the bike. Like, it's just ready to go. The problem is helping this dude who's too old to ride anymore is the situation. Helping him understand that money's spent, not invested. The money's gone. Like, I'll pay him what the bike's actually worth, but I won't pay him what he's invested, unfortunately, because that money's gone. But we've all done that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Austin, your bike's the same way. Like, you put all that stuff that you wanted into it, you're not going to get that money back.
No,
but that's what you wanted, and that's
what I wanted. Honestly, I mean, I think I did pretty good, because I didn't really put a lot of money into it to where it's at. So I'm still in pretty good shape.
Well, you did all that work yourself, so you saved a lot of money there.
I did everything that was done for that. Yeah,
a lot of people, if you've taken that to someplace to have done, then you're spending a lot more. Roanoke, Virginia.
A real shade tree mechanic. I'm like a halfway shade tree mechanic. Like, there's 2 things I won't do. I will not crack the engine. Right? and I will not get into the forks. I'm kind of arbitrary. Like, I'll do the brakes, I'll do exhaust, I'll do tuning, I'll do intakes, I'll do suspension, but not the forks. I won't take the forks apart. Like, I for some reason, you just have to have your limitations. Like John Wayne said, a man has to know his limitations.
Man's got to know his limitations.
My limitations are cracking the engine casings and the forks. Everything else I'll do.
Yeah, that's it. That's the forks were hard. When I first did the forks on the King, I was like, "What the heck am I doing?" But once I actually know how to do them, they're actually really easy. It's just a matter of having the correct measuring tool and stuff for the forks.
Where that comes from is a company that I'm going to announce here pretty soon, but I'll get into it. I'm doing suspension on the Ultra, and they're sending me the whole shebang, and I was like, I don't get into the forks. And I said, like, I only do stuff that I do myself. I'm not going to go to a deal. I'm not. Thanks for the parts. I appreciate it. but I'm not going to now go spend $500 or $700
for the install. Yeah.
I only do it myself. And they said, well, the forks are only like 10% of the value of the whole thing. So don't bother if you don't want to. Like, leave the stock forks. 90% is in the rear end. I'm like, well, I'll do rear end suspension all day long.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. This in my mind, there's this vision of me going on the highway and it just coming apart.
You gotta do research, man. It's actually not as hard as you think it is.
I watched a ton of videos and I said, oh, I can do this. And I was like, I'm not doing it though. I'm just not going to do that.
It is scary. I'm with you. It's scary. It really is.
It's scary.
But mine went to Sturgis and back, and forks didn't fall apart. So
didn't come apart. There you go.
So
I bought a Road King several years ago. That was the perfect professional monkey bike. Oh my God! If I'd had the channel at the time, it was a Road King police bike that was wrecked, but no, the title was fine. The forks had been done, and the engine was finished. It was like the perfect bike for me. Everything else was roached, but the engine was perfect, and the forks were fine. So I did the entire bike. I mean, everything but taking the motor out and taking the forks off. Wheels, body. I did the body work. I did the exhaust tuning, the intake, and then sold it for a massive loss. So,
you know, you put your heart into it, and then
it's a great business plan. No bank will give you the loan. They won't give you the loan for professional monkey cycles. I don't know why.
Yep.
So Kevin Jansen makes a great point that the best way to buy the bike is used after somebody else has done all the work and put all the expensive stuff on. And George had commented that well, I don't know who De Beers is, but De Beers bought his, and that is exactly how I bought mine. Pipes done, handlebars done, upgrade to the audio done.
Really?
What else? They blacked out the forks, which I liked and I wanted, and that's always something expensive. A couple other little things that like were just pricey things to do that were already done. I didn't have to do it, and now I haven't even done anything major to my bike yet because I didn't need to. So now I can sit and wait and pick and choose what things I want to upgrade because
that's a unicorn right there,
I didn't have to do all that stuff when you buy that sucker new, and you got to do the exhaust and you got to do the handlebars. You got to upgrade all these things because stock, obviously, most of that stuff sucks. So
I hate new bikes. I actually hate a new motorcycle.
Yeah,
because you're like, oh, it's so like it's just so stock.
It's so stock,
and you take the reflectors on the forks. Like when I bought the bike, I beat them to death and negotiated chrome forks and the handlebars done. I've done ape hangers a million times. I ain't doing it anymore. I'm too friggin' old. I'm too cranky. I ain't doing it anymore. And so in the deal was you're going to put my apes on and you're going to put my chrome forks on. So my guy, Patrick, who even though in this debacle, he was the key person, I was like, so don't put the reflectors on the chrome forks when you put them on. He's like, dude, I'm putting them all the way around. Like I'm finding reflectors from other bikes to stick them on the front end.
Nice.
He did. But I was so afraid. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get there and there's going to be reflectors all the way around the forks. And
I totally would have done it.
I
totally would have done it.
Just to get the adhesive off. You know how you
just got to take it off.
Glue off and,
So David Sipe says he's new here. Let's talk about oil sumping and Harley not calling a recall. I don't know squat about this. I don't have an M8. So you guys got any thoughts on this?
It's a known issue.
It's a known issue. That's their famous words.
But is it still an issue on the 21s?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What they did was they
take care of it.
It's an issue with
the primary. There's a lot of it's like relieving pressure in different parts of the motor. So they vented the primary, they vented the transmission cover, but EPA still says they have to feed that hot air and oil back into the throttle body. So it's an easy thing to fix for the user at home. You can fix this yourself. I did a couple of videos on it because I'm really interested in this, and the difference you'll see is amazing. Even if you have an S&S intake or an aftermarket intake, if you plug up those holes where it's feeding oil into your throttle body, and then drill and tap those collars, and then vent that stuff out either to a filter or a catch can, you'll feel it. I mean, you'll whack that throttle and the motor just spools up so much faster. It's really impressive. But it's against EPA. So I love anything that makes something illegal. So I immediately changed her CVO to be vented to a catch can, and that 117, even though it's just a 117, man, it runs strong. It runs really good now. So
yeah,
that's a beast.
Ciro makes a killer fork light to cover the reflectors. So now you're a big custom dynamics guy, right?
I am, and I was long before the channel. I've spent a ton of money with custom dynamics, and like I said, total transparency. There's no compensation. I have no deal with anyone. The only thing I ever have is like if they want to give me a light, I'll take it if I want it. And so they provided the lights. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to be cracking into the Ultra and converting the Tour Pack to quick release using custom dynamics lights instead of Harley's kit, because Harley's kit kind of sucks, to be honest. Like the way it's done is a bit goofy and whatnot. So, yeah, I mean, their lights are better. The cost is less. The quality is better. There's more lights. And for example, my like lower lights in the Tour Pack are just running lights from the factory. They're just these red lights. From Custom Dynamics, they're a running light. They're a brake light. They're all the stuff that will add safety. And do I want my bike to look like an Indian fire truck? No. But at the same time, I want to live while riding in South Florida.
Exactly.
And they are one of those companies that can make that happen. You're going to see me. You
want to be seen.
Yeah.
Like even on places where they say LED, because I have LEDs all over my bike. And even if they're illegal, I'll still turn them on. I put them on for safety reasons, not just for show. I want you to see me when I'm coming.
Yeah, I don't want to see you when you're coming, bro.
Nah.
Now the PG just went away. It's already rated R now, brother.
9:30.
He just flipped the switch.
Yeah, we also don't have any partnerships or deals with anybody, but we're definitely open for that. If you're watching and you're one of those companies out there, now we'll definitely give our honest opinion. But if you want to send us some free stuff, we'll take it. We'll take it. Speaking of free stuff, you got some free stuff recently, didn't you?
Me or them?
You.
So
if he gets it, I get it. I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I've always said, like, I really only want anything that I already want, which makes it makes no sense at all. Like like the light video I did today was like they said, "Hey, we want to send you free lights," and I was like, "No, thanks," because I'm kind of set in my ways. And they're like, "No, really, we want to send you the passing lamps, and the headlight." And I was like, "No, thanks." Like, what is it you want? I'm like, well, I want a halo on the headlight, but I don't want it on the passing lamps, but I want black, but I very specific. And they said, well, can we just send you that, please? And I was like, but if it sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. And they were like, but it won't suck. Like I have the emails that are hilarious.
That's great.
So they sent me these three lights, and they're really good. Like they're good stuff for the low price. So that's why I said, have we found the good low price LED light? I think we have, because these are, I mean, does it take a little more fiddling and this, that, and the other to make it perfect? Yeah, but the bike looks great and the lights are bright, but not too bright and whatnot, Oh, there you go. Yeah. Remember when I said something earlier about someone with some issues?
So hey,
all right.
I just got this is a legitimate question, I think. If you don't want to watch people you don't know, why are you watching anything on YouTube?
I don't watch anything I don't like.
Because odds are you don't know anybody that's putting out stuff on YouTube. So, I mean, it's kind of doesn't make any sense.
God love you. Bert, you and I think we're like mind melding.
I just don't get why you would come on a live stream and want to talk trash about the people on the live stream. Like, it would have taken you less time just to click off of this than to type all that nonsense.
But here's the funny thing. I have lived around bikers my entire life.
That guy's not a biker.
And as a grown man, not a single time has anyone ever walked up to me and said, "Let me tell you why I think you're a bad person." Like, no one has ever done that. But man, when it's a keyboard, but
yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if you saw our video where we were kind of, it was all in good fun and we were totally like mocking, well, bikers, but the whole what's the real biker, video. And my whole point was, or our whole point was, the biker community, the motorcycle community is amazing. It's awesome. When we're out and we're riding and we're doing things together and we're hanging out and we're drinking beers, but we turn into some freaking a-holes when we get online, man. We really do. And this is where you get comments like that. Like,
here's a question, and I say this, I know you'll take it the right way. Do we really though? Because I've been around bikers since I was a toddler, and the real deal that we all talk about, they have never done this, because someone's going to dot your I's. Someone's going to. Words have consequences, and in real life, around 1%ers or around clubs or around whatever, you're not just going to walk up and go, "I think you're stupid," because you won't even get those syllables out. You're going to be on the ground with people kicking you. And, So in this community, there's an intensity that words have consequences. So I laugh. I've learned to laugh at it because, like, come on, man, like. Well, you're not going to walk up to me at Sturgis and disrespect me, because it's going to be very different than via YouTube comments.
And for the record, I will stroke my beard as much as I want. But no, this guy wouldn't walk up to you at Sturgis because he's not allowed to take his Vespa out of the driveway, so he's not going to be in Sturgis.
Those clean patches.
So listen. I had supermodel Giselle Runway strut the entire bakery aisle to get me to take her home. She lost. This dude's
what?
What?
Yeah, put on there.
Is he on there again?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man?
Okay, hold on. Where's he at?
Talk to me, brother.
More power to you. I love this.
And the Pirate Princess, as always, hold on, nails it. Where's she at?
Tiny princess.
Thank you, baby. Always got my back.
Oh, he's Danny. How many senses were you born with? How many do you have now? Tell me, what do you call zero growth in sense since birth? Do you want to know what it is? Well, do you? What the hell's this dude writing?
I had a really good one not that long ago. We went to Cafe 27 is a big, legitimate hideout, or not hideout. That was a Freudian slip. Biker bar down here in South Florida, and every club in South Florida is pretty much friendly, right? If it's not appropriate, they'll stay apart, this, that, and the other. And we walked in to the back door of it, and we walked up and we said hi to a club we're really friendly with, who was a support club of 1%ers. So legit, like the real deal. And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" This, that, and the other. And this dude looks at me and says, "Well, we're trying to decide whether or not we're going to kick this guy's ass." And I was like, "Well, allow me to help. What can I do for you?" And they said, "Well, you guys have seen this. The guy who runs the cut that says independent, no club, blah, 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 like all these patches in their back about how they are not part of a club." And what the dude didn't realize is there was a 1%er club in the corner trying to decide whether or not they were just going to beat the holy hell out of this guy. And I was like, "Well, do me a favor. Let me go talk to him first." Trying to smooth things out. Like, let me go let him know that you may not realize that you're really insulting people who take this life very seriously. And you may not realize it. So let's talk about it. And so they talked amongst themselves and came back and said, no, you know what? We're just going to let it go. And I was like, this guy has no idea the conversation that took place 15 feet away about
none.
And just
that close.
My job in the order to show me name is to try and keep things cool, to try and stop things from popping off. And you just don't realize it's just not necessary that you don't when you wear a cut to a biker bar, you don't wear a patch that says I didn't drive a car. Like that's not necessary. We all know. Right. So why do you need to say I'm not in a club? We all understand that if you don't say that. So why say it? So
makes no sense.
Anywho,
Top Devil is living the life. He's at Spring Fling in Eureka Springs, Arkansas right now. Him and his better half. Can't hear anything, but he wanted to tune in and say hi. Blacktop, like I said earlier, he's one of those people that we never would have known or been friends with if it weren't for this whole YouTube moto vlogging thing. And we got to meet him. We got to actually physically meet him, hang out with him, spend time with him. And, they're now, our friends. So that's the awesome thing about this YouTube thing that we wouldn't have experienced if we didn't dive into it. And you're going to find the I don't even know what that clown's name was, but you're going to get some of those. But along the way, you're going to find a lot more Blacktop Devils that you meet and you hang out with and you become lifelong friends. So we'll just ignore that dude and we'll move on and have a good time and drink some more beer.
Weird is how you'll find people that you like. I think of as legitimate friends and we've never been in the same room together. Archosaurus just commented, "That's a good dude."
Okay.
We started talking when I started my channel because he didn't have a bike. He used to ride. And then as you heard the story, you have kids, things change. So he was getting back into riding. And so we were emailing rarely. So Arch, hi, bud.
That's awesome.
He bought the baddest ass blue Road King I've seen in forever, but didn't have a garage for it. So he put a shed and then put his bike in the shed. And we were laughing saying, fat bike in a little shed. Like that was
nice.
Great.
Nice.
And I've never met Arch, but he's a good dude. And then awesome. Blacked Out Bandit, I think, is working right now. But these guys, and it's like amazing dudes I've never been face to face with, but I consider them friends. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Nice. I am gonna take the second intermission. You guys keep this. Listen, I broke the seal, guys. I'm sorry,
brother. I'm right behind you, so hurry up.
All right, you guys read the chat and talk to the folks, and I'll be right back. And we got a couple more things to talk about, so I'll be right back.
Oh, definitely.
Arch is South Jersey. I can only see things. I'm not a controller of the thing. But Arch is South Jersey. Good dude. He got one of those Arch. It's like chopper blue and something else. Color combos. A beautiful bike. But yeah, fat bike and a little shed. We were rolling.
That's freaking hilarious. That's great. That is great. So you say you're St. Louis, right? And you grew up on bikes your whole time.
At birth.
Did you ride around St. Louis a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until 10 years ago. Yeah.
I can honestly say that riding through St. Louis was my second least favorite ride ever. Twice I've been through there and twice almost got taken out.
Yeah. You know why? It's an old city. So when you look at like the two oldest cities in the States realistically are like New Orleans and St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like New Orleans was established for furs in the 17-somethings. And St. Louis was also. They were like original ports. Yeah. So when you drive through St. Louis, you're on interstates, but somehow you're still like hard left and then hard right and then hard left because that's the way our highways are through the city.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as soon as you go right outside of St. Louis, running the River Road up through Godfrey, Illinois, and it's some of the prettiest riding. It's got to be like Jersey. It's got to be like Pine Barrens. It's just like wineries and whatnot.
But
beautiful.
I can imagine. We never got to see that part, but I know that the part that we went through in St. Louis,
bad.
It was probably one of the worst congested areas that it's near the arc. And holy heck, trying to cut from this side all the way over to get by the stadium there. Ooh. I mean, almost got taken. I think John almost got taken out.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Mike. We appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, that was a rough area. And I only say second because riding through, what was it, Illinois, Chicago area, was, my least, for sure.
Those highways are new. St. Louis highways are still hundreds of years old. Yeah. 45 seconds.
Man, y'all a bunch of kids. I'm still holding tight.
Are you drinking anything?
I'm on my second.
Okay.
Look, I'll top it off.
Well, just because they're 10 percenters doesn't make you have to pee sooner. There's only 2.
Shit.
But D52, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I'm yelling at you. Get excited.
Yelling at him.
Well, listen, like I told Austin, I didn't tell all you guys in the side chat, but I got a new webcam that has the microphone built in, and this sucker picks up everything. So if you can hear me breathing, I apologize.
No, dude, we just heard you taking a leak.
Up in the other room? Yeah, probably. Yeah, this thing is intense. But holy cow. So who in the side chat is going to Biketoberfest in Daytona in October?
Woo!
Damn, that was a quick one, man.
That was quick. That was not 45 seconds, dude. That was quick.
Well,
did you just have to empty the bag?
Pretty much. A bucket. I got a bucket under the desk.
Baggers and Brews, you beat me to it. I was going to say good, Mike. Yeah, it is. I got this new – I was using this really old camera for my webcam, and it sucked, and I wanted to upgrade, so I bought a new camera. I didn't realize the microphone on this sucker was going to be so good. I did that live stream last night, and then I watched it back today, and I'm like, holy cow. You can hear, like, me breathing, and, like, I sound like I was going to pass out. I'm fine, just to let everybody know I'm fine. I'm breathing fine.
Bert.
I'm a heavy breather, sorry.
Yeah, no, back up a little bit.
I can't. Listen, the later the night gets, the closer I want to get to everybody.
Look, the picture is clear. We're all still ugly as shit. I'm just saying the picture is clear.
Picture's good. What's on it? I can't help you. Sorry. Clearly, your boy didn't like us. That's why is he still here?
Probably. He's in the corner.
OnlyFans? Not unless there's something out there in a market where people just want to watch a fat, hairy guy stroke his beard. If I can make money off of it, I will sign up tomorrow.
So we have a thing where our people, for some reason, they take shots when I touch my beard. They got to be wasted 30 minutes in. I don't know what it is, but I do this. It's a tick. I know it.
These guys will tell you I'm touching my face nonstop.
I do it.
It's probably why I got COVID, because I'm touching my face nonstop. I don't know what to tell you. So
it's a beard thing, honestly, because I never did that before. And now that I have a beard, I find myself.
If you got a beard, this is what you do, man. You touch it, you stroke it. So Douglow
sucks, but still,
Hey, a beard's a beard. Douglow says to ask Monkey about 10K subs. So talk to us about 10K subs.
I don't know. I always say something's broken. I'm blown away by this. We'll probably hit 11,000 by tomorrow.
Yes, you're almost there. I saw that. So that leads me to the question then. You said you're just strictly doing this for fun. You're having a good time. And now you're at almost 11K. Since that explosion and getting all those subs in such a short period of time, have you thought about what's next? Have you thought about setting goals? Have you thought about changing, not how you do things, but what you maybe hope to obtain in all this? Has anything changed with the rapid explosion of subs?
It hasn't, because I have the best reality check on earth, and that is my darling bride. We've invested, decades in education and then working on our careers. So it's fun because I go to work every day. This is what YouTube has done for me. I go to work every day and I get people to kick me in the head and then in the teeth and just beat the hell out of me all day long. And I go, yeah, but there's like 11,000 people who think I'm an okay dude. And so, like it has helped like you wouldn't believe. So do you fantasize about being able to work for these people instead of those people? Yeah, but the reality is I have a little girl.
Yeah.
And stuff. So it's glorious. I love it because it takes so much pressure off the hard stuff. But what it would take, I think people don't realize what it would take to replace like the day gig. You know what I mean? Versus what we do. I mean, it's great because you get a free light. You know, like I don't have to buy a headlight. That's really cool. Yeah. And this, that, and the other. But what it would take, I would love that. I mean, my dream out there floating in the nothing is to go, I'm just gonna go to rallies and I'm gonna have fun with these people. And I don't have to work for the man anymore. Yeah. Bert, you said the man before, and I laughed my ass off because I always say the man. Like the freaking man says I have to do this, and the man says that. But the day that I don't have to, which is probably never going to happen because of what it would take. But it's okay because this YouTube thing has really helped because emotionally, mentally, whatnot. Dudes like you and the other thousands out there have said it's okay. You can just keep grinding away and then do this when you can,
Absolutely. Somebody's your boys said 50K by the 4th. Yeah, that would be incredible. Not unrealistic though, man.
4th of what year?
I'm guessing July.
No.
The year I don't know, but nobody says the 4th unless they're talking about July.
I because of my day job, I go into the analytics hard. Like I can't help it but to go down the rabbit hole. And no.
Hey man, I mean, the higher you get, the quicker it grows from what I've seen and what everybody says. So you never know.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Absolutely. What are we talking about? $20 a month? What? I mean, on OnlyFans for Bert. Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody wants to give me $2 to watch me play with my beard, I would gladly take their $2.
I'll find $2 right now. I mean,
somebody's obsessed with OnlyFans.
Oh.
Somebody's obsessed with OnlyFans.
Who, me?
Why does that keep coming up?
Well, George posted it, so
I know he always comes up with OnlyFans.
George has an OnlyFans.
I always say I'm not going to do the other stuff, but I'll do an OnlyFans.
You probably don't know this, but George has an OnlyFans for fat guys in Crocs.
There you go.
He shows in Crocs, and he's making a killing, man. More power to him.
There you go.
Like this. He's like,
it is what it is, man. You and I are going to be in like a tent, the Buffalo Chip. He's going to pull into the $1 million motor coach with his Crocs, and
Oh,
no joke.
Somebody better be filming that.
So Toby Northern has another question that you may or may not want to answer, but I'll put it up here.
Oh.
What do you do for a living? You mentioned in previous content you travel a lot. Internationally? ?
Yeah. It's basically glorified customer service. And that's why I beat the hell out of it when something doesn't go right. I work for law firms all over the world. And so I basically work for the conduit that connects firm to firm to firm to firm when there's like a company that has needs all over the world. And it's a ton of fun. I've been in the same role for 10 years. And it really is just glorified customer service. Because I look at some of the brightest dudes and women you'll ever meet and go, well, maybe you should have returned their call in 3 hours. Like, I think that's my work, right? maybe they're right and you're wrong, and they'll go, well, maybe, and that's what I do for a living. But I do it in Guatemala and Dubai and Hong Kong. But my job, I'm thankful because I get to see places. A Midwestern dude is never going to go to Kuala Lumpur. You know, like that's never going to happen. So I love my job to death. I love the people I work for. But also the cool thing is, and I think people miss this, is that some really smart lawyers out there in the world, I think that we think of lawyers as like ambulance chasers. And that's this like tiny little piece. The reality is there's lawyers that help mega businesses buy mega businesses, but then part-time they volunteer their time to help foster kids and stuff like that. And there's tremendous power there. And it's really moving, you know, to see what these really smart people can make happen across some scary jurisdictions. You know, like, so it's fun. But yeah, that's what I do, Toby. I mean, I help connect these firms and deal with challenges across borders.
Cool. So Whip Meza says, once it's work, it loses a bit of the fun, in my opinion. And I will say, I do agree with you. But at the same time, I would say if it was work and I was able to make a living at it, I'd rather do this than work for the man, as I said before. So I could still find a way to have some fun doing it. Well, you know, of course, because I have George doing the editing, so it makes everything a little easier. But, I mean, I really would rather work for myself if I could, even though it is a grind. But at least you're grinding to make yourself money as opposed to make some corporation money. So
I'd rather work. Dude, I get you. I'd rather work for all of you than my boss.
All of you. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like, yeah.
But I mean, not everybody's going to be able to be out there being full-time YouTubers, making a living and being successful. And I mean, it's just not going to happen. So, but until then, like when we started this, our goal was kind of like, we had like two. It was kind of like, we'd love to get some free beer out of this from like a brewery or something. If we went in and they recognized us and they gave us a free beer, a pint, I'd be freaking ecstatic. My head would grow. And B was make enough money from, you know, the YouTube, make enough money from YouTube to just pay for the channel, you know, because we have subscriptions that George uses and, you know, just other, whatever, all the things, cameras, whatever. If we can buy a new camera, we can buy a new piece of equipment, just pay for that. So we're done doing it out of pocket because obviously the first year plus we're doing it out of pocket. So we've reached that point where this channel, you know, makes just enough to where it can cover those monthly subscription fees, you know, and we don't have to come out of pocket for anything else. So that's awesome.
That's success. That's success, though, right?
But normal human beings, like you always want more, you know. So yeah, you know, we're at, you know, just over 3,000 subs, and I'd love to have 10,000, you know. So, you know, everybody's striving to grow, to improve, to be better, and to reach more people, to have more people in the side chat to hang out with and talk with and joke around with. Like this is the fun part, man. Like doing these live streams and seeing all these people in the side chat and all the funny comments and just hanging out and drinking beers. Like this is what it's all about.
You hit something on the head so much, because me and Mrs. Monkey go round and round about this, because I'm like, what? Every single subscriber to my channel should be a subscriber to your channel. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me why there's this thing.
Right.
And I don't understand also the idea of this. You guys don't have this, and that's a good thing. And Bodine, who's here, doesn't have this idea of weird competitiveness. Dude, I'm not competing with you.
Right.
I'm not competing with this other channel. Like, we all love bikes, and we love bikers, and we love rallies, and we love working on our bikes, and we love this and the other. Like, it makes no sense to me why someone would do anything but go, Baggers and Brews is amazing. Like, you need to subscribe to this channel. They're good dudes, and everything being reciprocal. Right. I've had so many conversations behind the curtain with other channels where I'm like, what? What are you? What? I don't like. I don't understand your brain. I got a job. This is not a business. We're just trying to like entertain bikers and have a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get this. You know, like
definitely. These guys will tell you I'm probably as competitive a human being as you'll find. But when it comes to this, it's not It's not competing against the other motovloggers or YouTubers.
It's never been about competing
it's not about competing with them. It's more about competing with ourselves just to improve and to get better, and just want to see our numbers improve, our numbers grow, so we can reach more people, so that we have more people to hang out with and talk to and share our stuff with. It's not. It's never been about the other motovloggers, because other motovloggers, like I said earlier, they gave us a boost in the beginning when we had 100 subs. We had 100 subs. We just started, and we went down to Ocean City Bike Week in Maryland, and
that was so funny.
And just randomly, I think George might have been on social media talking with some other people, but we ended up on Dirty D's live stream. They were talking about us, and we were 3 grown men in Ocean City going to dinner, and George brings this up on his phone, this live stream, and they start mentioning us and talking about our videos, and actually played we're playing our video in the background, like, because you can share your screen and play the video. You never seen 3 grown men with beards as giddy as we were. Like, holy crap, they're talking about us. So excited, because we just got going. I mean, we had hundreds of subs, dude. That's nothing. Like, we're just barely starting. And somebody saw it somehow, through just YouTube random, because nobody was searching for Baggers and Brews, so, and they were talking about it, and they were sharing it, and we got a nice little boost from that, because those guys had way more than us at the time, even though they were technically small channels. So that's why I said, like, that's why we do the live and have other people on. And I don't care how many subs you have. That's not the criteria for being a guest on our live stream,
Yeah. Do you remember what Blacktop Devil said when they played our video?
Oh yeah, he was on that too, wasn't he?
These dudes are like Sons of Anarchy or something.
That's right.
No.
I remember that. Love it, dude.
But just the fact that, other, moto vloggers with what we would like, we were striving for, they were at, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever they were at, we're talking about us with our, 98 subs, was like, made our day. And it just was motivation. And like I said, that's why we'll keep doing these, and we'll keep having people. And I don't care how many subs you have. If you're working hard and you're putting out content and you're giving it your all, and you're, trying to entertain everybody, like, that's all the criteria you need. I don't care how many subs you have.
It really is weird, because I don't understand why every single person, I've said this before, who subs to my channel should be subbed to yours. It doesn't make sense. And every person who subs to this channel, we're all the same kind of dude. Like, I don't get it. I
think it's just that they don't know that the other one's there.
There's time. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because it's just what you see on YouTube. What's that?
It's not for a lack of our effort.
No.
I plug other channels in my videos all the time. Like, it's like a normal conversation. One of my favorite channels is Vice Grip Garage.
Yeah.
That dude kills me. I roll laughing every time. I want to grow a mullet and whatnot, just to be more like that guy, because he reminds me of everyone I grew up with. But anyway, Russell said Leesburg Rally. Yeah, November, dude.
There's quite a few rallies from what I've seen in Florida. What would you say is the best rally that Florida has to offer?
Oh, Leesburg. By like 1,000,000 to 1. Yeah.
So now, best numbers wise, or best in just the actual event? Quality. Okay.
I mean, also, there's some good rides around Lake Okeechobee and Lake Placid and that sort of. It's not a riding rally, but still, you've got something. When I first moved down here, and I connected with some legit riders. Right. They said, well, you're going to find that Daytona
is not a riding rally.
Well, I laughed, because they were like, there's dudes who show up with trailers and unload choppers. The bike never moves. The guy then shows up and sits on it and drinks and has like a butler, whatever, to get some drinks. The bike never moves. And then at the end of the rally, the trailer shows up and the bike goes back in the trailer and they pull off. And that's like a ton of Daytona Main Street things. Leesburg, Mrs. Monkey, I don't know if she's watching or not. We've seen some stuff at Leesburg that, as a Missouri boy, I'm like, yeah, this is real. Like, yeah, okay. Like there's a fifth wheel at the campground we stay at. That there are professionals in that fifth wheel.
Yeah.
and it's really entertaining to watch. It seems like Sturgis in the 80s. Like it's a lot of fun. Daytona's about money. Leesburg's about having a good time.
Yeah,
I keep hearing the same thing about East Coast Sturgis, and I need to do more research on it. East Coast Sturgis, they say, I don't know. I saw it somewhere, and somebody kept telling me the same thing.
I feel like there's a bunch of those that they call themselves Little Sturgis or East Coast Sturgis.
It was actually
Little Sturgis in Kentucky is a different deal, or at least it was.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but
the nurse that was taking care of my lady while she was in the hospital, about to get operated on, or in the surgery, she was telling me about it because they go riding all the time. She came up to me. It's like, do I know you from somewhere? You seem so familiar. I was like, I don't know. Maybe that. So she let me know about it. So I have to look it up some more.
So if there's ever a time you guys think maybe Leesburg instead, just shoot me a note. I'll find you a bed in my rig. I mean, you might be snuggling with each other, but I'll find you a bed.
That's the best time. The cuddles.
Well, my goal is to get to all the rallies, so we got some work to do. Mr. Stevie says Mr. Stevie's out planting corn. It's 9 o'clock where you're at. How is he planting corn at 9 o'clock at night?
He's growing ethanol.
Well, see, there's a thing going on.
Nebraska, there's a little bit of the corn.
Arch dude.
Yes.
She need a beard. She's I tell you what, that's one biker chick that I don't have to say nothing. I've been in some sketchy crowds and they'll, be mouthy to her, and I got to go ahead, take care of it. I'll just get out of the way because she's hardcore.
I know Whit knows. She's got her own thing going. She's busting her butt, so she knows about working for herself. But I mean,
she's got an eye like nothing I've never seen.
As hard as it is, though, as much of a grind as it is, I would imagine that you enjoy it more than working for someone else.
Maybe that's it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. What?
Little Sturgis. I think that's what it is.
That's Kentucky, right?
Right?
That's in Orleans, Maryland. Orleans, MD.
Wait, so Little Sturgis is in Kentucky.
Yeah. I thought it was in Kentucky, too, from what I saw.
Right?
I don't know. You got me. What are you looking at?
I'm
looking at the chat, yeah.
I'm probably too far up. I'm behind because I'm trying not to miss people. So Bodine wanted to know if George can do his editing, and I'll tell you straight up, George, or Bodine, for the right price, George can do your editing.
Really? What's that price look like?
I don't know. I have to confer with my client, so he's sick right now.
So
professional,
no disrespect. On a regular basis in my videos, I'll actually sweep the camera across the bike, go because I'm like, I don't know how to do that crap. I can't pick a freaking spot.
And I was just about to say that though. It's so genuine that it's actually good. So
it is funny, man. It's good. It does appeal.
It plays.
Listen, it is what it is.
It's a beautiful job, but I don't know how to do that. I can't pick the song. I can't do it.
I've told George, and he'll tell you, he was mentioning it the other day. I do want to learn, and I went and I downloaded a free software for editing, and I did get into just start playing with it. I want to learn basic stuff. Nothing like what George does, but I want to be able to, let's just say, if I did a motovlog and I have, the camera on my helmet and the voice stuff, to be able to put something together that we could put out that wasn't embarrassing. not the stuff like he does, but just like the basic stuff, be able to, put our intro in there and fit that in and then go on to some moto vlog, like real simple stuff. I want to learn how to do that. And so I downloaded that. I started playing with it. I started looking on YouTube for like the tutorials and stuff. So hopefully by the end of this year, I can actually put something out that is watchable.
I use Animatica. I paid $10.
Anna what?
No, look, it's not porn. Don't get excited.
Anna Monica. Who's Monica?
Yes, it's a Windows program. I Googled it. It's the top-rated, idiot-approved video editing software.
Okay.
And it was $10, and that's what I do my videos in. Or my phone, which is iMovie.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, I got to be able to do this because my son has done like little videos on iMovie on his freaking phone that are watchable. So if that little retard can do it, I can do it. So
how old's yours?
So I have I'm a little older. My son's 15 going on 16 and my daughter's 18. So they're going to be out and out of here soon, and the wife and I can live our lives and do what we want to do without those little turds.
I'm well insured, so I hope I die in the next year or two.
Oh, good Lord.
What? I have lots of insurance, so if I die soon, they're good, Yeah,
well, I'm not worried about them little turds. I want to have a good time. I'm ready. I raised them. They're smart. They're intelligent. They can go live their lives now and do their own thing. And
figure it out.
They will definitely figure it out, or they won't make it. That's how that works.
And that's how that works. Exactly right.
That's how that works. And I'll probably be in Florida, and I'm not going to give them my address, so they're not going to be living with me.
Be drunk in a corner going, I don't know, figure it out.
Because I'm getting like a 2-bedroom, so they're not going to be living with me.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I told my wife
I want to live in my camper so I can just move it around regularly. They don't know where
there you go.
I've considered that. I don't know if I could live in an RV full time, but it's definitely something I've thought about.
I think it can be done. My dad lives in his full time now, several months out of the year, but his is a pretty big fifth wheel.
Okay.
He's got a pretty good gig. I mean, he lives 5 minutes from the ocean. He's single though. He's on his own, and he goes out and gets on his trike and goes down to the ocean and has oysters and then has a beer and then he's living the dream. Honestly,
Nice.
Yeah. Hey, just to do a little more plug-in because that's what we like to do. You guys probably saw Bodine52 in the side chat, another guy with a good channel. Mm-hmm. And if you're into these live streams, him and 2 of his buddies, Bronco Ride and Harley Day Rider, both have channels, but they do a live stream every Sunday at 6 p.m. They call it the Fireside Chat. It's a great show, very entertaining. They have different guests on every week. They're all 3 different channels, so they do it a little differently than we do it because each one of them, they rotate who runs the live stream, whereas we're one channel, so we kind of the same every week. But they run a great live stream. It's a lot of fun. They're good dudes. Bodine and Bronco Ride have been on our live chat, so check them out if you're looking for more entertaining live streams because they put a good show on. Just wanted to put that out there real quick. What else is on the side here? Robin the Lady Biker. I want to give her some credit. She's been here since the start.
Absolutely.
She is still in here commenting and hanging out with everybody. So.
She lives in Santa Barbara.
Also, another little plug, and it's 10:15, and I've had a lot of beers, so I don't remember the date, but Robin the Lady Biker is going to be on the Baggers and Brews live stream.
Yes,
think in May. Definitely May. I don't remember the exact date, but I will be sharing that and plugging that coming soon. So just to let everybody know, the last 2 weeks have been a little crazy. We didn't have live streams because I was away for a college tour for my daughter and I was sick. And then we had Bronco Ride on and I was sick and it wasn't, as good a show as it should have been because I was feeling terrible. But we have a packed schedule for the next 6 weeks. So tonight, next week, and then all through May, we've got good shows and good guests lined up. So if you're not already subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell so that you're notified, because you'll see when these shows are. But basically it's Thursday nights, 8:00. If you're having a good time and this is something you enjoy, definitely come back next week. Next week we have, you don't know who, Austin? You can't plug this?
Austin.
Oh, dude, I totally can't plug this.
What the heck? I gave you, I pointed at you, I gave it to you.
You did. You totally gave it to me, and I've been.
So we have the Geared Raven.
The Geared Raven, yes.
Who, like I was talking about earlier, being when we were 100 sub channel, and we got a little plug. She was actually on that live stream, and she was the one that brought us up, our name up, and was spreading the word for us. So, being that we're about to hit our 2-year anniversary of being on YouTube, we wanted to have her back on and catch up with her, because a lot has changed in her life. She's still doing some motovlogging and whatnot, but she's had a lot of big change. So we wanted to catch up with her and see how she is. So she will be on next week. So tune in for that. Not that this live stream is over. We're still going. I just wanted to.
Dude, I'm in for the long haul. I mean,
listen, I forgot. I meant to say this at the very beginning for everybody, but this was definitely destined to be a lengthy live stream. So I hope everybody.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine.
Drinks.
Is that why you told me that? Is that what you told me, yo? If you need to back up for this one, we understand.
That's what I was saying. If you're tired, if you can't handle it, it's okay. But I kind of had a feeling this was gonna be a lengthier show.
I feel a little bad.
I might have to actually cut it short at one point, because I do have to take care of the lady. She's still under recovery and stuff like that. So.
You got to go. You let us
come back.
Yeah, you go. Do what you got to do, and then you scurry back. That's how that works, dude.
So the funny thing is, I've told anyone who says, "Hey, you want to do this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I don't think you understand. I'm a little bit of a whore, like this much. In that, I'm like, "Yeah, we'll do this whenever you want. We'll do it." Like, I just love to talk bikes. Anytime. No one has to watch. We can just do this and talk about bikes.
Yeah, I mean,
anytime, one watcher, you're still talking.
You know what? That's a really good point, because that's kind of speaks to the authenticity of this. Whereas if there was like 2 people or no people watching, we could still do this, and we could still have drinks and talk about stuff and bikes and rallies and all this. And
someone's garage.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what dudes do, right?
I almost did this in the garage, but I'll tell you what, it's freaking hot here.
Well, so I asked you earlier if you were one of those people who griped and complained about the Florida summers.
It's a thing. I mean, it'll hit 120 in my garage, and right now, to be honest, I did the video about the headlights, and I was also banging away on those brackets. So my garage is trashed. So there's parts, and tools, and I'm like, I'll deal with it tomorrow. So I almost just sat out in the garage and smoked a cigar and drank, but it's a mess out there right now, so I didn't do it. But
yeah. Anytime. So by Done Live City, come join us anytime on the live stream to Drinking BS. So that we've been talking about this, and I'm definitely going to schedule this. I want to have a live stream where we don't book a guest and we just bring in you guys from the side chat to hang out, for talk to us for a little while and rotate people in and get as many people on as possible, because to have you got 200 people in the side chat, and a lot of you guys would love to come on, and we'd love to have you on, and I can't to schedule that for every Thursday, we'd be into 2024. So we would like to do that kind of live stream, kind of like our boy Scousey, the military biker, does, where he does his lives, and he does great live streams. That's where we, like, when we started, we kind of, I think even before we got into live streaming, we were watching his, and he runs a great live stream, and he flows people in and out, and they talk and chit chat about stuff and BS and drink beers and act silly and act stupid on a Friday night. I think that's when he does his Fridays. Maybe he's doing one tomorrow. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what we were thinking. We'd like to schedule one of those nights where we don't plan a guest, that we just have you guys from the side chat come in if you want to. So
we only do side chat on ours.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's better. It's just the only thing we knew how to do.
No. And it works.
But I've always said, like, dude, should we ask Bert and I mean, like anyone else? Like, we're open. Anyway, you know, like, but you can sit here and do nothing but answer side chats all night.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we've got great interaction tonight and all these comments, so you definitely could. And you know, it's fun to meet these people. Like, I'm seeing names out here I haven't seen before, you know, and it's awesome. And I'm hoping that these folks keep watching and keep interacting with us so that we can kind of get to know them. Like McDaddy, just waiting for kids to get off the T. Oh, yeah. I hear that for sure. Yeah. No, I get it, man. I get it. The wife and I got big plans for them when these little turds get out of the house and go do their thing, you know, but mine are teenagers and they're getting to that point where they're going to be adults. So it's right around the corner. If you got little ones, like 8-year-olds, you got a while, but
screw
it. Mine's already gone. I'm going to be a grandfather here in May. So,
hey, congratulations.
Woohoo. Thank you.
Yeah. That's awesome too.
You got a football beard already, so it's good.
Oh, yeah, dude, it's been going gray since I was like 36, 37. It's in the genes.
I haven't had hair since I was like 28.
Okay, that's worse.
Like, God hates me. Like, I haven't had hair in a long time. So,
Randy Boggs says he doesn't drink, but he does enjoy the Baggers and Brews vlogs. That's awesome, dude.
Thank you, brother.
I'm glad you enjoy them, and I really hope that people don't feel like they have to be big, you know, hardcore drinkers to hang out with us and watch our stuff. Like, we are still bike focused, mostly riding and going to events and seeing different places. That's kind of our focus. And then the beers is kind of, you know, we also love that. So it happens, but you don't have to be a drinker to come hang out with us or watch our stuff. So I think that's awesome that you like our vlogs. You should talk with Blockhead. He's from Florida and got 350 subs in no time. So I think that's for you, buddy.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not in Florida.
I'm a GDI. You know what GDI is?
No.
A goddamned independent.
Okay. I knew it was something goddamn.
Here's the thing. My dad was a DI in the Marine Corps, and this like go at your own way thing has been mine since like birth, and I'm a fan. I watch everything he does, but I'm just never gonna do that. I don't know how to say it properly. Like I'm never gonna say like, hey, you're big and cool. Can I be big and cool too? No.
I get it 100%. Bill Leffler, appreciate it, man. We totally appreciate that. We will put that to the we'll actually put that to the fund that we use to buy our beers when we do our reviews. So that's what that'll go towards.
That's a good point. Yeah, good stuff.
You know, you start, you know, you want to make a channel and you say, oh, we're going to do these beer reviews. And then you're like, oh, crap. These beers cost a lot of money.
Yes, they do. They really do.
And these weekends
brewery here that's really good. And I walk out, I'm like, where did I spend $200? How the hell that happened?
They're not cheap, man. They're not cheap nowadays.
Damn, I haven't even spent $200. What the hell?
That's a lot of money, dude.
It's actually $350. I was jokingly saying, like, $250. That's $350. Like, it's a lot of money. Like,
Salty and Sprinkles in the house. I don't know if you've been here for a while, but I'm just seeing him. So Salty and Sprinkles, who I was just listening to today on the V Twin Life podcast. Good stuff, man. Salty and Sprinkles, another up-and-coming channel who's out there making good videos. He's down in Texas, so the lucky bastard gets to ride a lot earlier than we do. I mean, it's not his fault. Well, it is his fault that he's riding an Indian. But anyway, he rides a nice Indian, and he's putting out good stuff, him and his wife Sprinkles. So check them out if you're not already subscribed.
Yeah, Indian is champagne color too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted to like
can't all be cool.
Oh, man.
Right. But no, definitely a good channel. Another guy whose channel's growing quickly. So if you're in here in a side chat with us tonight and you have not checked them out, definitely check them out.
Check them out.
What else, man? Oh, so wait, I had some other stuff I wanted to talk to you about, man. I don't want this to end before I address all my questions. Austin, you got any questions?
Well, he's not even here, so
I need 15 more seconds. I'll be right back.
Holy crap! I'm not even looking at you. You went and dipped.
I know you're like talking, and it's like, right?
I need ice. I need ice. I'll be right back.
Ice.
I'm sure it's ice.
Baby. Too cool. So what's going on? Thanks, bud. It's been a blast. Yeah, man. Because again, you guys are a lot of fun. I can't wait. Again, another channel, Salty and Sprinkles, that I'm just plugging here that I have scheduled to be on the Baggers and Brews live stream in May. So definitely just really stay tuned to what we're putting out in May. You'll see on our Instagram and our Facebook and on the YouTube what we got coming up. But we got a lot of good. And guys, there's so many good channels out there and good guests to have on. Can't get them all in 1 month. So if you're a channel and you're interested, or if you'd want to come on with us, shoot us a message on our Baggers and Brews Instagram, man. I'd be more than happy to have you guys on. I'm just kind of finding, who's out there doing stuff and trying to get them on. So don't hesitate to, ask if it's something you'd be interested in. Shoot me a message on Baggers and Brews Instagram, and we'll get you scheduled to be on. I'm booked through May, and we kind of were leaving June just because June's going to be a big riding season, and up here. If it's going to happen, Thursdays a lot of time are bike nights.
Yep.
So we might be like, I don't want to book too far into June. I want to kind of let the riding season see what happens. But, if you guys would like to be on the live stream, just hit me up. We're definitely, we're down to have people on. We're not that, we're not like, you don't have to be anything, a certain amount of subs or anything. Bronco Ride, thank you, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Another good channel. Like I said earlier, another good channel. So
would you get Stevie Fox a hat already?
Listen, that is in the works. Stevie Foe. Listen, it's happening. It's working, but it doesn't happen overnight. So just like Nebraska's not going to have good corn overnight, you're not going to have your hat overnight. So just be patient. It's coming.
Hats are friggin' things, man. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, they really are.
They really are. Like, I actually have one that has my logo on it, and my logo is missing the word professional, so it just says monkey. I don't know how that happened, and the logo is crooked, and I'm still happy with it. And I paid $50 for this hat. I have a $50 ball cap with a crooked logo that's missing the word professional, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Yes! Custom hat, like
that is me.
That is too much.
And my mother-in-law has it, so whatever. But
oh wow,
I'm restocked. We're good to go. I'm good until like 4 a.m.
Yeah, New York is closed 4 a.m. Michael O'Day, awesome in New York, and Robert Landis said his best friend is from Jersey. Where at in Jersey? Do you know? And Stevie Foe, I'm telling you, just saying, you're going to have to be a guest when you get that hat. So just be prepared. Bike nights. I'm with you, Hudson Moto Visuals. We need bike nights back. We really need bike nights back. We need life back.
Let's start with that first.
In Florida, in Northeast states, you have your own issues, but Florida, we're the opposite spectrum, where it's like, it's okay, everyone go out and lick each other. It's like, no, let's figure out a somewhere in between.
I'd rather be licking each other than what we got going on, man. Holy cow.
Lick each other? What?
Yeah, I definitely.
On that note, I'm gonna go. Yeah, be right back.
You like licking dudes.
$20, but
it's $20.
Who got a 20?
I don't. I'm married. Sorry.
Me too, but hey.
What else we got? Toby Northern. I'll take a hat. Oh, everybody wants a hat now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to put them out there for sale then if everybody needs one.
Dude, I've had people said like, "Well, you got the one figured out." I'm like, "Dude, the one I have is special. Like it's like all janky." I'm like, "Do you know what I would have to spend out of my own pocket to have an inventory of hats to then mail them one at a time?" Like,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love y'all, but Jesus Christ, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally. Scott, just want to say I totally understand what you're saying. There's plenty of people like that aren't big talkers and don't want to be on camera or be all involved, but are watching and listening. So we appreciate you tuning in and listening to the chaos that is the live stream here on Baggers and Brews.
Scott's the scary guy in the background. We all know Scott. We all know Scott to take care of business.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, where was the other question? I had a couple other just stupid random stuff. Okay, so random question. Full face, half shell, or no helmet at all?
I'm a terrible person. And so for many years, I did like inappropriate jockeys just to keep the sun on my eyes. And then I got a little girl, and one day I was getting on my bike, and she came outside, and she goes, "Where's your helmet?" And I said, "Well, baby, Daddy doesn't always wear a helmet." And the white that like flushed her face, and the fear, and an 8-year-old child saying like, "What do you mean, Daddy, you don't wear a helmet?" And I was like, I'm a terrible father. Like I just sat there and I wear a full face now. About 2 months ago. I have a Biltwell Gringo. I don't have the face shield. It's open, but it's chin bar. You don't know what I'm talking about? It's open, but it's a full face, full helmet. And I just wear sunglasses inside it. But I figure that way at least I'm protecting, all this stuff.
Important stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I pledged to her that I was like, I'm gonna wear a proper friggin' helmet, from now on.
Yeah. Okay, so I gotta know, Mrs. Stevie, what line did I steal? Because I say a lot of stuff, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh.
I stole your line. What line? What did I say? What did I do? Tell me.
Everything.
But yeah, no, I totally. So you do that 100% now with that helmet, the full face.
I wear a full face with no shield all the time now.
Okay. And are you doing the moto? Like, are you doing like classic motovlog style stuff now? Like where you're on the bike and?
I just suck at it. I just like I'm just really bad at. Like I have a helmet that's set up with the whole thing because people said like you need to do this, and I found myself riding, going like, so I'm riding now. Like I don't know what the hell to say. Like I'm just not that interesting.
Hi guys, I'm at the light.
Really, I'm kind of surprised with that. I'm kind of surprised with that because on your videos you flow very well.
But when I'm on the bike, it's very different. I don't want to talk to anyone.
So bike time is you time. Bike time is you time. Other stuff is their time.
Exactly. So when I'm on a bike, a lot of my videos are going, I hate you, and I hope that a bus runs you over. And and it's just not good YouTube. Right?
Come on, Grandma, get out the way.
So like I had said earlier, like I got the stuff. I'm about to get set up to be able to do like the classic style motovlogs. And my concern is that being in New Jersey with all the congestion and everything around here, that it's going to be like 40 minutes of me just cursing at people as they cut me off and do stupid shit in front of me. And I gotta and I'm not gonna be able to control that because once you're driving or riding, like those things just come out. You don't think about it.
Here's what I think the solution is, and what's worked for me is when I do the whole Jaws clamp thing to the crash bar or the handlebar or whatever, where it's not on my face.
Yeah.
To where I feel like I can just ride and then run a mic, wired to my helmet where I can go, look at this friggin' idiot. But that's every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's like, you've been to Sturgis, you run Iron Mountain Road, you don't want to hear me. You just want to watch the bike glide through the turns. I'm guessing, because what am I going to say about this? You know, like this is Iron Mountain Road. It's friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hear me.
Yeah, I don't think, something like Iron Mountain Road or some of those really famous, classic ride roads, like you don't really need to be talking through those. Those are just, they kind of speak for themselves a little bit.
I have heard people say, turn the damn music off. I did one time recently where I had music playing super quiet in the background, and I had like a half a dozen people go, turn that damn music off. I'd rather hear the pipes.
Yeah, that's funny.
You know,
that's
like,
funny.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. I see what she's saying. I didn't realize that was your line. I'm sorry. I stole your line. My bad. Moving on.
Grounded.
So what's your favorite adult drink of choice?
Oh man.
Any drink you can have, what are you picking?
Probably bourbon. Bourbon on the rocks, probably. I mean, I chose scotch and soda tonight because it keeps me hydrated so I can go longer, but otherwise, like basil on the rocks, is my favorite drink.
So do you have like different ones, whereas if like you were just wanted to hang out and you were just like hanging out with the wife chilling and you wanted to have a drink, you'd have one thing, but if you wanted to like really like, if you're hanging out with a bunch of people and you want to really like get the party going, it's something else, like, or do you just gravitate towards
it varies. Like it's probably bourbon on the rocks 99% of the time, but if I know we're gonna start at 8 and I gotta go until ? It can't just be bourbon on the rocks.
Yeah.
Or this idiot's gonna be over the top, pretty soon. So,
I know. Then you start saying stuff like, nobody likes them anyway. What the fuck?
Yeah, screw them.
That would come up. Bear Austin coming out. Okay, so Stevie Foe, I think, was out planting corn most of the night, and he's now in here, and he has a question.
Oh, finally, about time.
Any more news on the Road King, Austin?
No.
That's all you got? That's it?
That's all I got.
Moving
I've had other issues that I have to take care of before I look into that, especially this week. So
the goal right now, so what we're looking at as of today, 4/22, April 22nd, 2021, 10:39 p.m., the goal right now is to have Austin on a bike up and running for October Biketoberfest.
2024.
2024.
So gives him a little bit of time. Crap.
I'll say it now. Just come in a car for Biketoberfest. I have a 14 Heritage you can ride. I'll bring it for you, and you can ride that.
Listen.
You know what? As much as I would say, you know what? That's deep. That's deep because that's an offer not everybody would give. You don't have a person's bike, so thank you so much for that.
So here's the reason why that doesn't work. Because Baggers and Brews are going to start treating this sort of like an MC, to where if you don't have a functioning motorcycle to ride, bro, we might be pulling in some professional monkey into the Baggers and Brews crew.
I'm here. I'm just saying I'm here. I'm the Florida division. Yeah,
I'm not a mechanic at all. I don't fix anything, and I could build that bike between now and October. So that's a long time.
Screwdriver, just
screwdriver, and I think maybe a torque wrench. Be all right. Good to go.
Screwdriver and a torque wrench out of all things. Really?
Listen,
really?
I used to give people who hand out torque wrenches all the time at work, so torque wrench was definitely going to happen.
There's going to be a torque wrench. I'm just telling you, there's going to be an Allen, a Torx.
Yeah, listen, I didn't think it was going to be an awesome bike. I just said it was going to be a bike.
Let's go.
But Austin, I'm just saying, there's a 14 Heritage right out there that I'm just saying I could make a pier right around Cackleberry.
Good dude, brother. I appreciate it.
Done deal.
Good dude.
So Tactical Pineapple, who this is, I mean, I don't know if I missed him earlier in the chat, says he's saddling up at 4:30. And as of right now, it looks like 43 degrees. So I'm going to have to head off to bed. So thank you for tuning in.
Definitely. You've been on for a while, too. So appreciate that. Thank you.
Good luck with that 43 degrees. Safe riding. I hope wherever you're riding to is a good time.
So
hopefully it's not just a work. That would suck.
Tactical raises a really good point. What is your personal temperature record for riding your bike?
What was it? We did 27 degrees.
When?
27 degrees on the way back from Bring It Home.
Was it 27?
Yeah, 27 minus wind chill. We had frost on the bikes when we were up in the morning.
I was going to say, I don't remember specifically. I know back when I was still working where you're working, Austin, I would ride in. I definitely rode in many a days when it was low 30s. But if you remember that 27, I know. So when we went to the Bring It Home ride in Texas in October of 2019?
19, yep.
We ran, in that week, we ran the gamut of freaking weather. We left out of Jersey. It was hot as balls. We rode all the way down through like Virginia into Tennessee. I remember being stuck in traffic because of construction in the mountains of Tennessee. 100 degrees, just sweating like a mofo. Go to Texas, do the Bring It Home, turn around, ride home. We took a different direction home. We went north up
because
through,
of the storm.
Because there was a rainstorm blowing through like the whole Tennessee, and if we would have went back the way we came, we would have just rode through rain for 2-3 days. So we went north up, like going through Indianapolis and coming, the north route, but it was cold. We hit cold, and we came out from the hotel in the morning, and the bikes were covered in frost, and it was high 20s, low 30s. So we hit like the whole range.
You were at freezing.
Yeah. So that was a crazy trip. I'll tell you, that was a crazy trip to hit all that weather. Like
the first night we left Texas and we got to, what was it, Jacksonville, I believe it was, that we stayed at.
Yeah.
And we came out the next morning. It was 27 degrees. The bikes were completely covered in frost, and we're like, what the hell?
It sucked. We had no
We
choice.
didn't cover up the seats or nothing, so the seats felt cold and wet.
Ice. It's bad.
So the Piney Princess says 43 degrees, and I want to say
miserable.
Miserable? Yeah.
Cold.
So if you know the Piney Princess, she does not do cold. Like not on a bike. So that was bad.
In St. Louis, we were doing a fundraiser / awareness. So I joined BACA. I joined BACA in 2013. So that was 18 years ago. And we were doing awareness / fundraising / talk to the public stuff. And Child Abuse Awareness Month is April, or used to be April. My record is 13 degrees.
Jesus.
Yeah. Big cojones. Sorry, no.
No. In defense of you guys, I was only going up 70 miles each way. So I'm going from my house 70 miles and 70 miles back. But you're on a road trip. It's different. But 13 degrees, we went to a Walmart to set up a booth kind of thing. And me and a dude who I'd never met before, who ended up being my best man at my wedding, were standing in a Walmart restroom going, I think I'm a girl now.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to use the restroom, and it's just not there. Like, it's gone. 13 degrees. And I rode a V-Rod.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
A V-Rod.
A V-Rod. So this is 20 years ago. So the air just blew right up the frame, right into my crotch.
Bird has a remedy for that. Bird has a remedy for that.
I do.
What, tea kettles in the crotch? What?
No. I had some socks shoved in my crotch region on the way back.
He reached into his bag and went. I'm good now.
Between my leather jacket, my leather vest, I had chaps, gloves, everything. I'm good to go. Well, I could have used a full face at that time, but I'm good to go, right? Except, well, chaps don't cover your junk.
No, you're right. Yeah,
and jeans don't block any cold. No. So I was dying. I said, screw this. We stopped somewhere, and I went in the bathroom, and I shoved some socks that I had in my bag down my pants.
You're not wrong, dude, because, I mean, I'll tell you, B-Rod, the air channels right around.
Yep.
Right to your, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Crazy.
Oh. So, mind you, we rode in 27-degree weather with half-face helmets.
Yeah, we all had.
We didn't even have full faces.
Yeah.
So I have a sweatshirt, a Harley sweatshirt that actually has baklava built into the hoodie, and that was the best sweatshirt I ever bought.
It was crazy.
That's why I said, like, it's not the same, because I was going an hour and a half one way, an hour and a half back, and I was home. You guys are on the road. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah, we had no choice. Like, we had to get home. We only had so much time off of work, so it was like you're pushing through. And like Stevie Foe said, there's nothing worse than low temps, and you have no choice. You have to push through. But so AZ Packer fan says he rode in 120 heat in AZ, filled 2 top shirt pockets with ice, totally dry within 2 minutes. I gotta say, I think I'd rather ride in extreme heat than freezing cold.
I don't know. We did Leesburg in 16 or 17, and he's not. But Joe was with me, and Joe, who is Lobster Tales, that's their channel.
Okay.
I was on my Indian with 18s, and it was 118 in the valley.
Wow.
And it was so hot, it felt like I was riding into a blast furnace.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like a dryer in your face.
Yeah.
And we stopped at a CVS that was brand new, and they hadn't finished the freezers, but they were turned on. So Joe and I climbed inside and sat down, and Mrs. Monkey, who may have checked out by now, there's photographs of me and Joe sitting inside the freezers at a CVS trying to cool down, because it's I don't know what's worse. I don't know, honestly.
I guess, I'm sure it depends on the individual, but if I had to face extreme on one end or the other, I think I'd rather take
the Swamp Pass.
I feel like I can push through the heat a lot easier than the cold, man. The cold just
probably right. I mean, you'll end up butt ass naked, but hey.
Yeah, but that beats like trying to put on 45 layers on, and I got so much stuff on I can't even hold on to the friggin' handlebars.
It's very true.
6 layers are freaking
warmer. So that trip was the first time that I actually had to use gauntlet gloves.
Yeah.
And that was an experience, just learning how to ride the bike with gauntlet gloves, because they were like, I was trying to pull the clutch.
I hate gloves
at all.
I hate gloves.
I'm with you. I can't ride in gloves at all. Like, I need my hands on there.
Dude, same thing. I don't feel like I control the bike as well when I got gloves on. That's too funny, dude. There's been so I've been binging your stuff, I watch your stuff anyway, but like going back further, just because I knew we were going to have you on. So I wanted to watch your stuff and, just kind of get to know you before getting to know you. And that's funny because there's been so many things that you've said that was like, oh my God, like we're like long lost brothers. Tell me about, so I saw this on, what were you on that I saw this? You were on something where this question came up. Maybe it was just your live stream. And this question came up, what's your favorite motorcycle movie?
Oh, shit.
Do you remember what you said?
Probably any and all bikes. I almost ran Easy Rider in the background, but then I thought, you know what? I can't remember what happens. I can't have that on their channel. Like when they get to New Orleans, things get sketchy. Like we can't have that run in the background. I love Wild Hogs.
That was your answer. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's my favorite motorcycle movie. I love that movie.
We all know that guy. We all
It's
know
hilarious.
every guy in that movie. We all know him. Like, and that's why it's so great. The whole, like, I hit a real estate sign and on the back. And whenever you're part of a group like the org that I am, it's equal parts like former 1%ers, suburban motorcycle riders, and soccer moms. Like, it's like these three groups that work together to make this happen. But the 1%ers in the corner doing this, trying to assess who's going to kill us first. and it's so entertaining because it goes bad so fast. But at the same time, when the cops pull the whole pack over, the soccer moms just go straight to the cops and figure everything out, and the cops go away and leave us alone. So no, I love Wild Hogs. It just cracks me up. I watch it all the time. Like,
so my wife just said, I think she's trying to say, play on Step Brothers. Did you just become best friends? I love that stuff.
He just kind of clicks, and then you're stuck with him.
You're stuck with me, bro.
I mean,
stuck with me forever.
I'm all in. Like, I have buds that are closer. You know, family is one, actual blood family, but, you know, this hat means everything to me. So loyalty is family. My family is people I am not related to.
Yeah.
Like, that's really my family. And my president of my chapter, who is also the president, anyway, of a much larger sort of area. We are here for each other 24/7. And someone who gets hurt, they have an accident. Not that long ago, I didn't film all this stuff because it's not appropriate, but I was like, okay, I'm in my truck, so I'm driving 5 hours away to pick up this dude and try and figure out, can I get your bike? No, the insurance company, blah, 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 accident, da, 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 da. And this is a family that's very different from the average dude. It's really, really different. So when you have a flat or you throw a chain or something happens, you show up in the middle of the night with a trailer or whatnot to fix each other's troubles. And it's, I don't know, I'll leave it alone. But it's very, very different.
Definitely. Toby, thank you for tuning in as always, man. Big supporter. Appreciate you coming on and hanging out with us for a little while. So another thing I heard you mention in one of your videos, I don't remember what it was, but it was this little thing called Life 360.
Oh boy.
So tell me about Life 360.
So me, right?
You.
I have Life 360 on my old man because he is both my mentor in this like biker world. So the funny thing is, he always says, "You're such a jerk," and I'm like, "You raised me in this world, so how on earth is it my fault?" Anyway, so around 1%ers and clubs. So my dad is on Life 360. My wife is on the Life 360, and my mother-in-law is on Life 360. And I can check where they are, where they're going, what's happening, and whatnot. And I get notices when my dad has arrived at my house because it's always Saturday morning and I'm hungover and whatnot. My phone goes, "Dad's here." I'm like, oh my God, he wants me to work on his bike. That's what happens. I go outside and he goes, "I bought these parts. Put these on because I'm old and you're young and deal with it." So it's a great thing. And also, Life 360 is an app that can send notes to all these people and say, something weird has happened. So if you go from 80 to 0 in no time, the app will notify everybody in your circle. And that, if you're a biker, that's legit.
Yeah.
Because things happen and bikers lay on the side of the road for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so,
Okay.
I just found it funny because you said that. And it was one of those things where I was like cracking up because I use that with my wife and kids. So I just thought it was funny. Because one of my biggest fears has always been, something happening to the wife. She's driving, and I'm never going to know. How would I know? Like, she's on her way home from work and a car accident happens. How am I going to know? It could be hours and hours before I know anything. So
we all know these stories of dudes 25 years ago that ran off the road and they laid there for 36 hours.
Yeah. It really put my mind at ease once. I don't even know how we found it, to be honest with you, but the funny part of it and the running joke is that Mr. George is not real thrilled that we brought that up and his wife learned about it, and now he has it as well against his wishes. So that's why I crack up. But no, I love it. Like, it's put me at ease.
Caught at the Croc store.
It helps.
It helps.
It put my mind at ease, like that I can just look and I know if she's supposed to be coming home from work right now and her car's moving, well, she's not in a ditch and she hasn't been kidnapped and raped. So I know she's on her way home. So I'm happy. That's all I need to know. So I just thought it was funny because I heard you mention in one of your videos.
Life 360 is a great friggin' app.
It is awesome. I love it. So we're about to hit 3 hours, and we'll probably close it up here in a little bit. But before we do that, because I don't want to rush off, I'm going to go to intermission again. So check out the side chat. We still got 144 in here. So talk to the live chat or the side chat real quick.
Talk to the live chat.
Talk to the side chat. I'll be back, and then we'll do some final stuff, and we'll close it up since it is 3 hours. But I just didn't want to rush off because I had to pee. So I'm going to go.
This is crazy.
I just want to know who's available tomorrow night, because me and Mrs. Monkey are on tomorrow night, and I want to annoy some Baggers and Brews people. I'm going to start emailing links, and people can just show up as they want, and we can just BS.
Okay, we'll see if we can get on. I might be available. We'll see how the lady is feeling and stuff like that. But
dude, seriously, because we sit and just talk. We watch the side stream for 3.5 hours. So and it's not because we only want to do that. Like, it's just the way it's always been. And we'd happily invite people. So
absolutely. And a Friday night, everybody's chilling, relaxing, having a few drinks. Just chilling, like
Jesus, our people hit it hard.
Friday live stream for the win. Boom. I know what Salty and Sprinkles is doing tomorrow.
We're like 508. I think our record's 580 people.
Wow.
At one time. And the problem is you're trying to respond, and it's just so fast that you can't see the comments. So
absolutely. Like about a month ago, we did a live stream where it was just us and with the side chat. All three of us were in the same spot. And I'll be honest with you, that was fantastic. We got to talk to everybody on the side chat, which is awesome. We normally don't get to do when we have a guest. And it was a great time. And the fact that we still have 137 people on here is awesome.
You know what I've said? Like, we could easily say, like, anyone who's in the side chat who has a bunch of followers, you can just say, hey, I'm here.
Yes.
Send me the link, and we'll do that. It's not a thing. Well, we'll bring people on. So it's
there's
no egos here. So
what are we talking about?
Joe, I see Arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin says tomorrow night. Yeah, I mean, we honestly, Saturday mornings are a little rough the day after our live streams.
Nice.
So did you get to plug your event for tomorrow night?
We did, but we said, like, I'd love for you guys to join if you can, or if you send me an email and say, hey, I'm available, we'll send the link, because we're not trying to. And
yours are on Friday, right?
Yeah, we do every other Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I told Austin, we said that our record's 580 people.
that's awesome.
And it's the problem though, it's a real issue is that the side chat's so fast we can't
keep up.
We can't keep up.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Monkey and I fight because I'm like, I can't answer anything because she's just like woo rolling around.
It's impossible to keep up with that, man. Like tonight was our high. Like I'll tell you, like congrats to you. You got us our high number. Like we were over 200 tonight, and I couldn't keep up with all the comments and the questions and the stuff. So
yeah,
I can't imagine 500. Holy cow!
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff that unfortunately we missed.
It just does this, like you can't.
So again, for all you folks that are still over in the live, that if you've commented and we didn't click on it or answer you, I apologize. It's not because we didn't want to. It's just because this sucker's moving so fast that it's hard to keep up with and still hold a conversation over. The beer needs a camping pistol. Yes, I do. I actually had one down here, but then I got yelled at for having it. So
needs a what?
Camping piss bottle. They say
just a bucket. Just a bucket. You can stand there and go,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, I know. And the problem is, I'm getting older. Once you break the seal, it's like now every hour you got to go.
Hey,
so.
I'm proud of myself. That was only one.
Dude, middle age is a thing.
It really is.
Because
it really is. I got readers now. I can't see what I'm reading, so I got these just to look at my phone.
Are you?
I have
Did you
so many different pair. Like they're everywhere.
It is what it is, man.
At least mine stay on all the time. What the hell? That's a different story.
I don't need it all the time. I just need it for like seeing my phone.
Like, well, what that says is,
it's crazy, dude.
Wow.
What's not so easy? Oh, going to the bathroom's not so easy for you ladies? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, sorry.
Robin, get a bucket.
But there's a lot of things in life that are easier for you, so I mean it balances out.
Yeah, like
when I upgraded the toilet in the RV from plastic what happened?
That's true. Austin said, yeah, like having a YouTube channel. It is easier.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
That's just because those dudes are a bunch of horn dogs. So what are you gonna do?
Well, it is true because
Oh, here we go. You're not in bed yet. Such as Austin just said it. Having a YouTube channel.
Okay. I'll eat back and we'll discuss the differences in genders.
Gingers.
Gingers, not gingers.
I was like, because gingers are bad too. Those spawn a devil. Spawn a devil, those gingers. We've got the drink word tonight.
Drink word. What's
the drink word? What is the drink word? What? I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
What I missed. I missed it.
They never.
But listen, 136 people still on 3 hours into this. I gotta say thank you to all of you guys.
Absolutely.
For hanging out with us, sticking it out for 3 hours of us silly clowns messing around. What's that say? Bedside commode. Yes. I just need a catheter. Just stick that.
No.
Listen.
You crazy?
Hey, Baggers and Brews guys, are you in Jersey? Joe
Figueroa.
Yes, that. Yes, we are. We are in southern New Jersey. I don't know how else to say it. So we consider ourselves southern New Jersey.
Southern?
We're in north-south Jersey. I don't know. So we're in the northern portion of southern Jersey. I'm not sure where you're at.
So the northern portion of southern Georgia.
All right, so take the state, split it in half, right? So everything here is south. Yeah. We're like just in here. Like we're not all the way down in southern Jersey.
Okay.
But we are in southern Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Florida's a little bit bigger. You probably sectioned off a little differently.
Yeah.
But
we date our cousins.
Trey Miller.
Way down. We date our
Trey Miller.
On the Sportster being a girl's bike? Is that what you're looking at?
Skirster?
No, it says I just tuned in randomly and randomly found your live stream. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And scope out some of our videos, see if you're interested, and give us a subscribe because we're always looking for new people to come hang out with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait. Trey, hit subscribe because these guys are brilliant. But yes, a Sportster is a girl's bike.
Oh,
it's not. It's a starter bike that you end up wanting something else within like 2 months.
But
you just want to go fast because the Sportster is fast.
Sportsters, that's what I was going to say.
CVO's ass all day long.
But see, you're looking at it from the perspective of someone your size.
Easy, Trigger.
Oh,
Our size.
Oh,
there's a lot of dudes that are shorter and lighter, and it fits for them. You
want to go fast, you buy a Sportster.
Yes,
until
are
next year when the new 1250 crazy Pan America based nutbag comes out, whatever that thing's going to be called. I mean, like that thing's going to be insane.
That is going to be beast. That motor is a beast.
Whatever it's going to be called, it's going to be badass.
Yes.
So to answer Iowa Hog Rider, yes, we have a different draw than them North Jersey clowns. And then moving on to this comment for you guys, because I didn't say this.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
So now you got to answer to the Robin.
All right, hold on. Let me take a look at him. All right, go on.
Who are you taking a look at?
Him down there.
Oh, yeah, that's
He's the one that said it.
That's on you, big fella.
So there's been an evolution of bikes over the years. And when I was a kid, no bullshit, I rode on the back of a Sportster. My dad rode a 1200 Sportster. And this fat kid rode in the back. In 2021, a Sportster is either you want to go fast or you're newer to riding. The problem is I don't think that lasts long. You buy that bike and then 60 to 90 days in, you immediately want to go to a Road King or a Road Glide or whatnot. So I apologize for any offensive remarks I made, but a Sportster always ends up being a transitionary bike to something else. No one says I'm going to work my way up to a Sportster. I'm sorry. I'll just leave it at that.
George started on a Sportster, didn't he?
He had that thing for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, if that.
You immediately want something else.
Yep.
But I know some people that we associate with on here that are Sportster guys through and through.
But do they weigh a third of me?
Yes.
Yes.
then it's fine. That's totally fine.
They are fun. They are fast. When we went on that ride and I used Jeannie's bike, the Sporty, that thing wanted to pick up front tire all day long.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's a little beast.
They got some pep to them, but they don't have as much pep to them when I'm sitting on them.
So last year, when I was probably 10 pounds lighter, but not much. When we finished out the day and my whole crew, including the missus, wanted to go to sleep, I took the CVO to the main alley of Glencoe. And everyone around me said, can you do a burnout on that CVO? Just sort of being a jerk because my bike was expensive and they wanted to be idiotic. And I was like, of course, I can do a burnout. I just don't wanna. And they were like, ma, 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 ma. And I was like, all right, fine. So I sat up and I just burned that tire for probably 20 seconds straight, just clouds of smoke. And the Sportster dudes realized, no, I've got 1,000 pounds burning that tire.
Yeah.
Versus a very, very light bike. So I then finished my burnout, went back to the rig, and then immediately said, let me find me a tire because this is roached. But
nice.
The Piney Princess is now spreading false information.
Fake news.
Where did it go? just saw
Fake
it.
news.
What the heck?
Uh-oh. See?
Oh, did she delete it?
No, I think I scrolled down too far. Where did it go?
Whole separate place.
She said, "Oh, wait, here it is."
Yeah,
she said Central Jersey is a wholesale, and that is just not true, babe. You're lying. Central Jersey is like the Bermuda Triangle. Like, yeah, people think it exists, but you kind of just get lost in that. There's no Central Jersey.
I honestly keep saying I'm in Central Jersey just because where I live, though.
We're not in Central Jersey, bro.
It's literally Central Jersey.
Does your wife have the white Street Glide, though?
My wife has a white Super Glide.
Yeah, Super Glide, which is a bike in and of its own. That's the Willie G all day long.
So it's the 35th anniversary of the Super Glide. So it's the white with the red and blue. It kind of looks similar to like a Evel Knievel style bike.
Yeah, because the original had the boat tail, but that's a legitimate bike. I mean
it's a beauty.
It's a nice bike. It's got some balls to it, but she's still ready for a street glide. So don't let her fool you.
103, right?
No, I'm not getting a 103.
Hers is the white street glide.
No! Oh, her white Super Glide?
Yeah.
No, that's
it's 96?
96.
96, yeah.
98, 96. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still gets up and goes.
It does.
Yes. Come on in. Uh-oh.
That guy on a little who's talking about?
Dude, did you not see me on a Sports Tour 83 this week?
I did. I saw it. I got a good laugh out of that. Gonna get a what the yeah. So let me see. Let me just make sure before we wrap up that I don't have any other pressing questions for you. I think we asked most of them and we covered them.
New York City. That's
what's that?
True. North New Jersey is South New York City.
Yeah.
That's on point.
Sprinkles or Jimmy's? Oh man, I don't know the right answer to this.
What?
Because I know my wife has the right answer to this. She gets very mad if you say it wrong.
What
does that even mean?
So sprinkles and Jimmy's is what you put on ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
The sprinkles or the Jimmy's, but whatever you call them depends on where you live.
Yes.
So it's the same thing.
They're the same thing. They're just called different things. It's kind of like Taylor ham and pork roll. If you're in North Jersey, you call it.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
You don't know about pork roll?
No.
What?
Oh man. No. Well, it's not.
All right, let's do this. We're done.
Oh man. So it's like it's a meat. It's a meat like mostly used for like breakfast and whatnot. But up in North Jersey they call it Taylor ham, and then down here in like South Jersey we call it pork roll.
It's spam at a higher quality.
Yeah, it's not quite spam. Okay. It's better than spam.
It's way better than spam, but it's spam at a higher quality.
Yeah. So that's the big argument. If you live in New Jersey, it's like, what do you call it? Spam or not spam? Taylor ham or pork roll, and that kind of gives away where you're from.
Pork roll sort of rolls off the tongue, though.
It does.
See, I call it pork roll. Yep.
So yes, baby, I understand. Trenton is technically in the middle, and it's like central in the state, but that's not how that works.
So your wife and my wife are like in other rooms going,
talking trash.
Probably.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not how we divide the state. It's just north and south. Sorry. That's funny. Well, listen, it looks like questions have stopped coming in on the side. Listen, 136 people on the side chat, and we're like just sitting here shooting the crap about nothing now. So that's Taylor ham is the brand name. Pork roll is the actual name of the product. It's like calling all tissues Kleenex. She's got a point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's not a bad point. That's not a bad point at all.
Mm-hmm. I always order Taylor ham, egg, and cheese on bagel because Hudson Moto Visuals, I'm guessing you're from somewhere up north near the Hudson River. So no crap that you call it Taylor ham because you guys all got it wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
So Hudson is, you guys are North New York State, right? I mean,
What?
No, we're not.
The channel. Am I just pulling this from my ass?
Yeah, probably.
A little bit.
I'll let it go.
No, are we north of New York State?
That's called upstate New York.
No.
Are you just Canadian at that point?
No, we're south of New York.
Yeah,
Right.
I actually went to high school up in upstate New York, Rome, New York area, Utica area. So
Okay.
totally two different areas.
No, but Hudson Moto Visuals, when they say Taylor ham and egg, it's gone now. But I thought that geographically they were North State, like Rochester or whatever. But
Okay.
I'm not sure where Hudson Motor Visuals is from, but I was just judging by his name that he's probably somewhere
Hudson River.
Hudson River. Or is there a Hudson County? I don't know if there's a Hudson County. There's no Hudson
Danny
County.
says, "What will I get when I'm done with the Ultra?"
Ooh.
You evil bastard!
He put the bug in.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
It'll be a long time. I think it'll be in addition to, because the Ultra is going to be my everyday rider for the miles we put on. But I really want to have something really old sitting next to it: a pan, a shovel, a knuckle. But I don't have knucklehead money. I don't have panhead money. Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
But something much older. So
Jersey City.
Jersey City. So he's north.
It took him to say it, but
yeah, he's probably had a couple. Yeah, but that makes sense that you call it Taylor ham because that's North Jersey.
So Trey says in Illinois we call ham. Same here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, ham. That's all we know.
If you saw it, you wouldn't really think it was ham.
Is it not from the ass of a pig? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what it's from. it might be kind of like a hot dog.
It kind of is, honestly. It's like it's scrapple with a little more taste.
Oh, here we go with the New Yorkers.
Oh boy.
Where'd it go? New Yorkers never refer to themselves as being part of Jersey, but Jersey uses New York to let people know where they're from.
That feels like a dig. That feels like a dig.
Ooh.
Am I wrong?
I don't ever use New York to describe where I'm from.
Never even heard of that, but sure.
I feel like a super redneck where I'm at. I mean, like Mississippi.
So do I.
Right? Like they're like, oh no, we're the South. I'm like, no. You're South. We're South.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in the sticks down here, man. I don't even consider myself being anywhere near New York.
You call your Harley a ham or a hog?
Excuse me?
I call my Harley my bitch.
Hey, just want to give a shout out to Robin, the lady biker, who's been in here all night hanging out with us. 3+ hours in the side chat. We appreciate you showing up. I look forward to having you on the live stream, but enjoy your time moto camping and riding in the San Gabriels, wherever that is. That's some California stuff. So have fun with that. Stay safe. Enjoy your time, and we will see you on here in a couple of weeks, I think. Yeah. So look forward to that. I think we're going to wrap this up. This has been a freaking blast. I've had a great time. And if I didn't have to work tomorrow, I'd drink about 6 more beers, but then I get yelled at by the wife. So, yeah, that's how that works. Professional Monkey Man. Awesome time hanging out with you, getting to know you. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm really seriously looking forward to coming down to Biketoberfest and getting to actually meet you in person, hang out and drink beers and have a good time.
You will see the Road King down there. You will see the Road King.
Maybe.
Hey, I'm just saying, if by some chance, I'll figure it out. That's all. I'm saying.
Yeah. Fly in, it's no big deal. You can just be the odd man out.
Whoa.
Figure it out.
We'll figure it out. So again, just to plug, You have your live stream with the missus tomorrow night, right? What time's that?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys have a standing invitation, so
awesome.
No joke. At any given moment, you guys could email and say, "Hey, I'm bored, and I'll jump on for a bit. I'll send you a link." So
that's awesome.
Ours is just sort of just to have fun.
I like it. I've been watching yours. It's a lot of fun, man. I like the chats where you just kind of hang out with the side chat and talk to them and BS, and it's a good time. I like it a lot.
It's not intentional, just how it's always been. But I mean this when I say if either one of you or George feels better or whatever, if you've got some spare time tomorrow, shoot me an email and I'll send you a link and you can jump on for a bit.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Don't be surprised if you get an email.
Done. The invitation's there. So
if the Bonnie Princess is all right with that,
do it.
I don't want to overstep my bounds, but no,
do it. It's good.
Awesome, man. We really had a good time. Awesome time hanging out. This has been 3.5 hours of just a great time. Awesome side chat. Appreciate everybody being in. If you don't mind just sticking around once we do wrap this up and stay in the back room and talk for a second. Thanks to everybody that came out. We had a record number in the side chat tonight. Thanks to our awesome guest and his folks that came over and found us and subscribed. We had a big bump in subs, so awesome. Thank you, all of you. We'll be back again next week. We have another guest. Like I said earlier, we have Geared Raven on, who was a big part of helping us in our early stages of our channel. So we're going to get on with her. We're going to catch up with her. So if you are around next weekend this time, 3 hours earlier than this time, 8 o'clock, check us out. Come hang out with us again. Again, to TJ, awesome channel. Amazing the growth in your channel in such a short period of time. I think it's, like I said before, I think it's just
genuine.
It's genuine because what you're putting out is cool and people like it, and you're busting your butt and putting a lot out. So you're getting it out there and you're growing, and it's a credit to you. So we're happy to have hooked up with you and now, hang out with you and be friends going forward. So it's been awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
No problem. We will definitely we'll stay in contact. We'll continue supporting the channel. And man, just you guys keep watching, keep finding new channels. There's a lot of people out there putting stuff out, man, and none of us can keep up with all of it, but just keep looking for new stuff, man. There's a lot of good stuff out there. So thanks again. Have a great Friday tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Get a ride in if the weather's nice, and we will see you this time next week. Good night.
Until next time, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa.